restart capture. Let's see if that works. Are we good? We should be good on tube side. You guys hear me now? Really quickly, I need a confirmation on the YouTube side. You should be able to hear me now. I'm seeing the sound register. I know there's a little delay over there, so I'm just waiting. Just waiting. Good? Okay, thank you. Fuck. What is happening? Wow. I just can't get a break, bro. I can't get a break. I can't get a break. What is this? Stop by to say fuck Donald Trump? I like your energy. The truth says, I don't regret a damn thing. You know, I always find people with your username to be fascinating. If you care about the truth, then you wouldn't support the Trump administration. I mean, let's just call a spade a spade. What truth am I missing about the Trump administration? Educate me. Educate me. What truth am I missing? What truth am I conveniently leaving out of conversations? I will give you guys some truths. The Trump administration, upon getting, Donald Trump, upon being inaugurated, January 20th, 2025, has increased inflation. We are now up 1.2 percentage points compared to what Biden left it at. That's a truth. That's a truth.
That's the truth.
Anyway, the truth. Did you vote for Donald Trump?
Yes, I did.
And do you regret your vote?
Not at all.
Cool. Before I ask you why, because your username is the truth, tell me what truths do you advocate for? I'm curious.
So I advocate for the truth about immigration. I advocate for the truth of goodwill, things of that nature. Sources over pseudo.
Sources over pseudo. Shit, guys, thank you for the invite, but Thomas is a plague, and we already have a guest up really quickly. Cool. You said sources over pseudo, right?
Yes.
Okay. Can you tell me? Let's start with the truth about immigration. Give me a truth about immigration that Democrats deny.
So the truth about immigration that Democrats deny is that immigration causes gentrification in foundational Black American neighborhoods.
Is that right?
I have multiple studies that prove it.
You have multiple studies that prove it. Sure, go ahead. What is one of your studies?
So one of them was done by Ohio State University that shows that Black immigrants tend to link to a higher increase in gentrification in the neighborhood. Another one was done by an Asian woman who actually linked the immigration of Asian immigrants.
Yeah, I don't need you to
rise
just
of
go
gentrification.
over all. Give me the name of the study and what was this link? Because Black immigrants going to neighborhoods that are predominantly Black, according to you, is gentrification in your regard.
So if you type in Ohio State University, Black immigrants attract white residents, it should pull up.
Black immigrants attract white what?
White residents to neighborhoods. It should be the first thing that pops up.
Fascinating. Black immigrants attract. You said white neighbors or white neighborhoods. Black immigrants attract white residents to neighborhoods. Ohio State News. Immigrants act as a buffer between Black and white residents by, let's see, Jeff Grabmere? Black immigrants moving into a neighborhood can help shift the overall racial and ethnic character of the area, a new study suggests. A researcher from the Ohio State University found that when Black immigrants move to majority Native Black neighborhood, there is an increase in the white population moving in while Native Black residents move out. Blackness can't be treated as a monolith within the United States today when there is a growing Black immigrant population. Author of the study, Nima Dahir. A lot of complexity within Black people and Black neighborhoods in the United States. Dyer used data from the 2000 U.S. Census and the 2008 through 2012 and 2016 to 2020 American Community Surveys to test how an influx of Black immigrants changes the racial composition of most census tracts or neighborhoods in the United States. By the end of the study period, 20% of Black people in the United States were either immigrants or had at least one foreign-born parent. Findings show that in 2000, the majority of Black immigrants, 60%, lived in neighborhoods with a considerable, more than 20% 20% native-born black share of residents, but neighborhoods changed after black immigrants began moving in. The study showed that in neighborhoods in which black Americans were a majority in 2000, there was a relative increase of 110 non-Hispanic whites with every 100-person increase in black immigrants in an earlier period. Meanwhile, there was a decrease of 94 native-born black persons on average in these neighborhoods. I'm curious as to where the causation is. What is the causation found in this study?
So the specific causation, you can find it if you scroll down. It says that they tend to rise rents and displace native black Americans. I think it's a couple lines down underneath her picture.
Let's see. Why does an influx of black immigrants cause other black people to leave the neighborhood? The study found that as more black immigrants move in, there tends to be an increase in rents and home value in the neighborhood. That may make the area less affordable to other black residents and force them to leave, she said. The Here said this study didn't look at this question directly, but native-born black people may also desire to maintain their own neighborhoods. This is a trajectory shared amongst all demographics.
So what is your response to this study? Are you gonna say that
I just told you. I just told you. This is every neighborhood. Can you name what neighborhood where an influx of anyone came into the area and the value of the homes decreased? Unless it was showed a sign of criminality. That would be a different metric, right? If you had a bunch of people move into the area and crime increase, substance abuse increase, that could devalue the property. That could devalue some of the homes. Where is the correlation specifically between black immigrants moving into black neighborhoods and then this happening, and then any other immigrant moving to any other neighborhood, and then basing, I guess, off how well the area is going, the appeal to the area, that wouldn't lead to an increase of more people wanting to move?
Yeah, my claim is not that it's simply black immigrants. My claim is that immigration as a whole disadvantages native black Americans. I have another study that specifies all immigrants. This was just specifically black immigrants.
I really don't care about the makeup or the race of the immigrant. My rebuttal to you is saying more people moving into a neighborhood and that neighborhood not having issues with crime and other things is going to lead to an increase in value of that neighborhood overall.
So
immigrants or American born, black or white.
So are you justifying gentrification, just to clarify?
Am I justifying gentrification? Can you explain how black neighborhoods are being gentrified by black immigrants?
You literally read it out where it said that the home values rise, rents get higher, and people get displaced. That's a definition of gentrification.
Okay, so then that would be, again, an issue that supersedes the black immigrant, according to you.
I said all immigrants.
Again, that's all people. Did you remember that part that I mentioned? All people.
Yet we don't see native population Americans typically moving to these areas. The U.S. population growth has been through immigration. So the gentrification has been driven by immigration in most recent years. So that's a non-starter.
Hey, it's George again.
Caller on the line, hold for a moment. What does gentrification mean to you?
Gentrification is when you have a new population that had nothing to do with the character of the neighborhood moving in and basically colonizing the neighborhood.
There's a key metric in the definition of gentrification that you're leaving out of the conversation, and you'd have to substantiate with the immigrant population, specifically black immigrants. You want to know what it is, since you clearly don't?
Yeah, what is the metric that you're using?
Wealth.
So are black immigrants more wealthy than black Americans, yes or no?
I actually don't know the answer to that question.
I do, they are, on average.
Are they? Let's see. Let's see. Are black immigrants? Oh, I said back immigrants. Give me a second. Black immigrants wealthier than native born black people. Yes, on average, black immigrants in the U.S. have higher median household incomes and lower poverty rates than native-born black Americans, though both groups face significant wealth disparities compared to white households. Okay, cool.
May I say something?
Good.
Okay. All right. So pretty much what he is doing is, and I think I'm tired of saying this today, but he's just been an agent of white supremacy. That's all that this is that
Yeah.
him trying to pit, he actually not him trying to pit, he has allowed for white supremacy, all right, in this case being the US government, all right, to pit him against the black immigrant. All right, you have to ask yourself why you have allowed that to happen. True, you're not telling the truth. Lies and untruths is what it is. All right, because what happens in these matters, and I told you this before already, all right, is that there is a bias that is placed onto the native black person. So the person born here in the United States of America. And again, for the purpose of this conversation, all right. When I say Black Americans, I just mean people born here in the United States of America. And I refer to anyone else born outside as a Black immigrant to keep this conversation running smoothly. So there's a bias against Black Americans in this country to where systemically, all right, there have been systems that have been created to actually be against us. It's why the Black immigrant can come into, all right, a Black American neighborhood and get a loan to open up a store, but the Black American can't. I need you to understand that they have allowed this to happen and you are being a vehicle to continue to perpetuate it. Stop doing that.
I want to see how far he takes this, Erica. So, wealthier individuals, even if they're black immigrants, I guess a group of people that we'd be more closer aligned with in regards to race, if they're coming into our neighborhoods and establishing livelihoods there, would bring up the cost and the value of the region because of the perceived I guess, safety or whatever else of the community, which would then encourage other individuals of wealth, which would typically be more white people, to move into said community. Could you be consistent then? Or better yet, no. My first question is, are you against any kind of policy that can bring more opportunities and wealth into a black neighborhood because that inherently would attract other demographics of people?
No,
No. Okay. So you're just
it depends on
specifically
how it's
against
done.
black immigrants. So you're not
No,
against things like
specifically against all immigrants.
all immigrants. Got you. So how do you feel about opportunity zones?
So for me, opportunity zones are a mixed bag. In places like Detroit, it's revitalized Detroit, brought jobs, brought investment, grocery stores to food deserts. But in
And
places
more
like
white people.
Houston, where I'm from, yeah, I could agree with you on that. That's why I said it's a mixed bag. I'm from
So
Houston.
then we need to
We
end
have seen
opportunity
some
zones.
gentrification due to opportunity zones.
So we
So
need to
it's a
end
mixed bag for
opportunity
me.
zones.
No, we need to restructure them.
Restructure them. No, we just need to end it. It's ruining black communities.
No, we need to restructure it just like we need to restructure
How do you
immigration. You
restructure
just ran into the
something that
point.
makes the black community more attractive, which then destroys the black community by inviting other people there?
By including equity into those neighborhoods.
Okay. I'm sorry. How is equity going to stop? What do you mean by equity? Hold on, really quickly. What do you mean by equity?
So the problem with opportunity zones is that it typically targets luxury developments and things of that nature and certain aspects for investors. So if we change the code to
Not
broaden the
necessarily.
scope of the that it literally does. But if we change the code to broaden the scope of the businesses and include more black businesses, then it would be very beneficial, like Ice Cube did in the
How
Platinum
is it supposed
Plan.
to include more black? Wait, hold on, Erica. Have we? Is this the guy we talked to the other day?
Yes.
Oh my! This is the nigga who don't know shit
Yeah.
about opportunity zones.
Yeah, him. He's the one. He's probably at some point going to
This was
bring up
starting
some
the.
study.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
he's
This
going
was
to
starting
bring up
track.
some study
Got it.
saying that it helped black businesses, it helped black neighborhoods in Houston, but no, it didn't, because the study that he provided us with didn't show that it was black people opening up the businesses. It just shows that more businesses were opened up. So there's that part. So he didn't have any evidence. That's why I'm like, heck, you did this with him already. This guy
Um.
is, he does nothing. Opportunity zones, there's no evidence that he can show, no study, no report that shows that opportunity zones, all right, as a whole, were actually beneficial to the black community.
Yeah. I'm
You
not
don't have a study.
I'm not getting into the opportunity zone conversation with them. I just wanted to make a point that if we're to say that black immigrants should not be allowed to come into the United States because they may typically flock to black neighborhoods, increasing the wealth and value of black neighborhoods, the perception of black neighborhoods, which could then encourage other people to move into the neighborhood, which an unfortunate consequence could be to price out the people in the neighborhood, then we need to keep the same energy with any other policy. The problem with that, if you go down the full line of logic with it, is then you wouldn't be encouraging much to happen in black neighborhoods overall, because of any type of improvement of the black neighborhood will come at the expense of attracting other groups of people, which they would inherently challenge the black community in that neighborhood being, thank you guys for the follows, being native born or local. So I feel like if you really are consistent with your line of logic, you'd be anti all these other things. But your specific issue is with black immigrants. So tell me, who taught you to hate yourself?
Yeah, that was a good straw man. My specific point is not ending all immigration.
What is
My
a
point
straw
is,
man?
A straw man is when you throw up a random argument that has no correlation to my actual point. I never claimed
How
immigration.
I'm sorry. We weren't talking about all immigration.
You just said ending
Is black
immigrants coming to
immigration
this
all
country.
immigration?
Okay, sir. So I never
I
said
love it when you guys
let's
use words
remove-
that you don't know.
I never claimed to remove all black immigrants from this country. That's not a claim I've made. My claim is to slow down the immigration for black Americans to achieve financial sustainability. We need to kick out the immigrants who are running these businesses, the Asians, the Arabs, all these other people. If you continue
Great.
to
Now we
allow
need
them
to
come in-
kick out other immigrants who are running businesses in the United States. In which case,
in
these
black
immigrants would be
neighborhoods.
predominantly legal. Okay, so now we need to kick immigrants specifically out of black neighborhoods.
Correct. Which
How
is
does
why we
one-
did
how does one do
boycott
that?
Asian businesses.
How does one do that?
So you starve the base. So they keep getting reinforcements from Asia, from the Middle East. If you starve the base,
Reinforcement. Wait a minute. We're now saying that Asian immigrants, I see your hand, Erica. Asian immigrants, when they come here and they start their businesses, and then more Asian immigrants coming here, we're calling that reinforcements. But then when black immigrants move to the United States, and we have more of us here, despite sharing slightly different cultures, obviously, that's not reinforcements. So you specifically sound to have like you have an issue with black immigrants. That's what this sounds like. That's interesting. I caught that wording that you used there. Go ahead, Erica.
Are you trying to legally segregate like black people from the black immigrant?
not at all.
Okay.
Houston is the most
Um,
diverse city in the world.
what the heck was it that I wanted to? I can't recall what it is that I wanted to ask. I forgot. It'll come back to me at some point. I really did forget.
Yeah. It literally sounds like segregation to me.
Well, I mean, I think you're woefully disconnected from the average black person's political thought process.
Oh yeah?
Boycott Asian businesses
Oh yeah?
is a prime example of this dichotomy.
How am I
of where
woefully
black
disconnected
Americans-
from 85% of black people who vote the way that I do?
I said thought process.
Thought process? The thought process that would align with our politics to where 85% of us
So
voted
if
left?
you ask the average black American in Houston if they are okay with immigrants running their businesses, they would be woefully
Immigrants
upset.
running their businesses, that's a completely different conversation. What do you mean immigrants running black businesses? Huh?
I mean, in black neighborhoods, most of the businesses are run by immigrants. Whether we can talk about the Asian beauty supply stores,
Different conversation.
No, it's not a different
Yeah,
conversation.
literally
We're
a different
talking about
conversation because
immigration.
you mentioned two different things. In regards to black people supporting more black businesses, I absolutely support that. 6,000%. If they have the ability to, by all means. You specifically advocating for the restriction of people to open up businesses in black communities and the restriction of immigration from any immigrant, I guess, to even come into the United States, or specifically a segregated black community, is crazy. That's a no-go.
So-
That's absolutely not. That's ridiculous.
So,
And
do
then,
you think
if
that
you
we're
actually have an
causing
issue with
harm?
immigration, whatever threat you think it's perceived to you, then you would also advocate for immigration reform, which the Trump administration doesn't stand on, by the way. They didn't run off of immigration reform. They ran off of getting rid of a bunch of people here internally and not really plugging the hole at the U.S.-Mexico border or the one in California. Nothing
So,
has
do
been
you think
passed or
that we
put
would
forward by
cause
Republicans
harm?
to do the issue, to solve
Do you
the
think we
issue.
would cause harm to immigrant businesses in our communities if we stopped shopping with them? Would that be xenophobic?
Do I think
Would
we would
that be
cause harm?
anti-immigrant?
What?
Yes, if we stop shopping with the Vietnamese, with the Arabs, with the Chinese, would that be anti-POC Democratic shield talking points?
No. Putting more money into black businesses so we can circulate more dollars in the black community is a good thing. Whereas those communities have much bigger pools of people to pull from, I would argue. They'll be fine. And if they have to close
So
down,
what?
there's always another region they can move to.
I got it. It came back to me, Hector.
Go ahead.
The wealth, the wealth transfer, the great wealth transfer that's about to happen in about what 20, 30 years or so, when the boomers start dying off and they pass down all of that wealth that they got, all right, from things like FHA loans and all the generational wealth that they're hoarding within the boomer generation that they're about to pass down to millennials and their Gen X. About some estimates say as low as 75 trillion, some say as high as like 130 trillion. Just depends, right? How are we gonna make that up? How does keeping out the black immigrant or any immigrant, how does that help black people here in the United States of America close that gap? I want to hear from you.
Before he answers that question, W's in the chat
So very
to
simply
Phoenix
put,
for the $5 super chat. Oh, brother, not this weirdo again. Caller, you are cooked. I know they don't pay you nearly enough to tap dance this hard. They don't. Or maybe they do. These niggas get paid now. I'm just letting you know. These niggas get paid now on the right. W's in the chat to Phoenix once again for the $2 super chat. Can we do a permer for this donut? Name your price. Yo, damn. I've never talked to him before, at least not on my live. If that's what y'all want to do, maybe.
200.
W's in the chat to... I missed one. Where did it go? Go ahead and answer your question while I find it. Her question.
so very simply put, ending or slowing down immigration would generally benefit that wealth gap due to creating new opportunities for Black Americans. I can speak historically. When immigration bans were implemented in 1920, Black Americans benefited, were able to move into these jobs during the Great Migration. So if you look at areas in the South where the AI boom is
Did you
taking
say
off,
1920?
correct. So if we look at where the AI boom is taking off, there's a massive need for technicians, for electricians. Black Americans, actually trade schools have jumped 12%. We own 14% of the transportation industry while being 14% of the population. These low degree, high skill jobs have increased, and the immigrants are direct competition in these fields. So if we focus and pool our labor towards Black group economics, we would actually push far further than the boomer class, because as you stated, the boomer class is moving out. So these fields are going to be occupied by young Black Americans.
Homeboy said
You have a raid
1920.
and then I'll respond. You just got a raid.
You lose. Oh my god. WRE raid. Shout out to the RE Raiders. Shout out to the RE Raiders. I appreciate your support. I may have got a mermaid raid. I think I saw a mermaid raid. Everybody. Shout out to the everybody raid. Thank you so much. I appreciate y'all. Go ahead, Erica.
I think the problem here in the United States of America is that we don't, some people, not we, but some people don't have a full understanding of just how much money $1 trillion is. They don't understand. If he legitimately thinks that folks getting technician jobs, all right, is going to somehow, some way close the gap, all right, between 75 to 130 trillion fucking dollars, all right, this nigga is smoking the hard stuff. That's all I have to say. All right. That is the best intelligent response that I can provide to that. That was absolutely asinine. That makes no sense whatsoever. It does not work that way, sir. It doesn't work that way because, again, there are still disparities in lending. It sound good. It sound good to the person that don't know no better. It do. But there are still disparities in lending. Okay? There's still disparities in housing appraisals. Okay? It's not gonna fucking happen. We don't close the gap. We do work as best as we can. All right. We do that part, but we don't close the gap. And that was my question for you. How do we close the gap? Getting a fucking job as a technician down south, that's not going to do it, partner. All right. You would actually need to undo this system in which we live in. Capitalism is what you would have to undo. We would have to get rid of it. And we would have to move into a totally different economic system. Black capitalism is not going to solve, all right, capitalism. The only thing that's going to do that is actual socialism. And I don't think that we're going to see that in our time, in our lifetimes. Fingers crossed that we do, but I don't think so. Hey, fucking get a technician job. By all means, I hope more Black people get these jobs. All right. I don't care if that Black person came from fucking Nigeria, Brazil, the Caribbean. I don't care where they came from. If they came from the United States of America. I hope Black folks get the fucking job. All right. I'm rooting for everybody Black.
I want to point out something. Okay. So since the Trump administration has taken over, they have a alleged 2 million less undocumented migrants here in the United States. 600,000 that were deported, and then over 1.6 million allegedly self-deported. I'm waiting on that to be in the little budget and actual report of that. But allegedly, 1.6 million of them self-deported. Okay, so we have 2 million less immigrants. What I find hysterical is that didn't change the Black unemployment rate, or at least it didn't bring down the Black unemployment rate. The Black unemployment rate has gone up. So while you're sitting here advocating for the Trump administration and their draconian immigration policies, they're also stomping down on Black wealth, Black prosperity, Black employment, Black opportunities in the same breath. So I love how you have to go all the way back to the 1920s for your best example of more Black people disenfranchised from slavery and all these different laws coming together and seeing an increase in their communities and wealth from that time versus what the Trump administration is negatively doing to not only the Black immigrant, but the Black American here in the United States. Really fucking crazy. I can't get over the fact that he brought up the 1920s. But
yeah, firstly, unemployment as a whole is not specifically targeted at Black Americans. Secondly, the fastest growing demographic business-wise in this country is Black women. So, I mean, that whole socialist propaganda.
And over 300,000 Black women were the first to go in the Trump administration with fires. So you're literally advocating for an administration who shits on Black women. That's literally what you're doing. Why are you advocating for an administration that stomps on Black women?
So you would have to prove racial discrimination in that instance. There have been no comprehensive studies showing that there is racial discrimination.
Y'all, I just want to say 100 W's in the chat. 100 W's in the chat to Lamar. 100 W's in the chat to Lamar. Lamar went up and sent the 100. Lamar sent the 100. Lamar just sent the 100. Lamar just said, bet, permaban this shit, please. The shill, please. Lamar just said no. We didn't even have to put up the pool. Lamar just said, get them the fuck up out of here. That's it. That's it. He's up out of here.
I did say 2, but it's cool. Shout out to you, Lamar.
W's in the chat to you, Lamar. W's in the chat to you.
This Hector juke joint.
I can't. Why can't I? Wesley, what was your super chat? Message deleted by Wesley. I cannot read your super chat. Mods, if you guys saw what a super chat was, can you put it in the chat? Why is it showing that it was deleted? God damn it. Wesley, thank you for the 10. I'll get down to the bottom of that in a second. Guys, best way to support the platform is going to be links in the bio. Please make sure you're taking care of Erica while she's here as well. Why isn't Erica over 1,000 coins? Let's get Erica over 1,000 coins. Please make sure we're taking care of her, and also her links are available in the bio. Share out the live with your friends and family as well. Repost and add to your story. Send your daily heart meets if you have not already. Get us boosted on the FYP that way, and you get become a fan club member. Couple cool stickers when you do that. Let's go ahead and knock out the little overreact gifts. We have 99 more of those to go, and then you guys know what else to do. You guys know what else to do. Those of you on the YouTube side, hit the like button on the stream, subscribe to our notification bells, and if you want to support the platform, you know what to do. Super chat, super sticker, or consider becoming a member. Trump supporters request up. I just think that's a ridiculous argument. That's a ridiculous argument. To use the tactics of white supremacy against other immigrants, especially black immigrants who are trying to come here for a better life. I think that's insane. And now to demonize people for having more access to wealth and wanting to move into your neighborhoods, wanting to be amongst their people, right? Fuck the culture shit. Black people wanting to be around their people, moving into their neighborhoods, sharing that, having that community, breaking that cultural barrier between Africans and then African Americans, black Americans, whatever. How is that not beneficial to the black community? On one side, he literally said this out of his mouth. Asian people, they bring their backup from the other countries, whatever the fuck he said specifically, but then it's different with us. Who taught you to hate yourself, bro? Who taught you to hate your people?
Just real quick. Thank you, Lovey. I'm sorry for the $1. Baby girl, definitely do believe in prayer, so I definitely will pray for your little brother. If you believe in prayer, you believe in putting good energy in the universe, positive things, by all means, please do so for Lovey and her family. Definitely always appreciate you. Drop some hearts in the chat for Lovey, y'all.
Tips in the chat to Lovey. Lovey, hope you're doing all right. Continue to double tap the screen. Let's get the likes up to 100K and beyond. Show the algorithm when to be here as we're waiting on the Trump supporters to grow the testicular fortitude. What? Is there a way to bypass TikTok hiding his live from me? The only way TikTok would be hiding a live from me if that's your settings. I'm confused. I was also reading a very interesting study. The increase of wealth amongst billionaires was 80%. 80% last year. Don't get me wrong, that was a growing trajectory well under the Biden administration. I'm not trying to take that away from that. When it comes to the wealth disparity, the wealth gap between us and the 1%, that supersedes party. But an 80% increase specifically from the Trump administration and their policies, which makes sense when you pass the largest tax cuts to the richest and 1% and their corporations in history. So while you and I are struggling more and we're having dealing with the bottom line things that doesn't affect these individuals, like the rising costs in gas prices, the rising costs in grocery prices, the rising cost of homes, so on and so forth. These people are still increasing the wealth and they're unaffected. But when policies are put forward by the Democratic Party, by the DSA, by the more progressive members of that wing, then we call it socialism. We call it communism. Make that make sense. You guys can scream communism all the way until you're priced out of your homes. All the way until you can't afford eggs again. All the way until your children can't afford to get higher education and can barely maintain a freaking public school because we're defunding those too. I don't think any of that serves us. Any cases, Trump supporters request up in the box you, the demographic of people I'd like to have a conversation with. If you're over on the tube side, you can call the number on screen, 737-295-5321. If you are a Trump supporter who regrets their vote, this live is a safe space for you to come up here and express all the reasons that made you get up off the MAGA plantation. Or if you're a Trump supporter who does not regret their vote, you think he's doing an exceptional job and there's something I'm missing, request up in the box and I can give you several reasons as to why you're wrong. Most expensive housing is the furthest left cities. I don't think you understand what that means. The places where people want to go are going to be more expensive. The places that have the most appeal or going to be the most expensive. You can absolutely find a reasonably priced home in rural Texas right now. 3-bedroom, 2-bath, maybe for $200,000. Fixer upper, 40 minutes away from civilization, your nearest Walmart, so on and so forth. By all means, you can enjoy that. The rest of us, some of us who like to live in civilization, some of us who like certain activities, we're going to take population. And that's typically going to cost more. That's how life works. When you guys say that like blue cities are the most expensive, they also have the most capital. They also have the highest paying jobs. They also have better infrastructure. They also have better benefits for people who are struggling. It's not the flex you think it is. It's not the best you think it is, or the flex you think it is. What are we doing? What are we doing? Like, I love it when people say California, Oregon, Seattle, Minnesota. People are leaving there in droves because they're sick of blue policies. And then they come here. I'm in Texas, by the way. Houston, Dallas, Austin. That's where they move. Californians don't move to fucking bumfuck Lubbock, okay? Not in mass. They move
Or
to the
to
blue
San
cities.
Antonio. Exactly.
Exactly.
They don't go to San Antonio. They don't go to El Paso. They go to the 3 major cities. They go to Dallas, Austin, or Houston, where it's diversity, equity, and inclusion, and also accessibility all around. And they hate that shit, supposedly. No, they don't. They love it. They absolutely love it. They just think it's cool to complain about it.
They love it because that's why they visit there so much. It's literally why y'all keep coming. Y'all keep coming to the cities. Shitting on the cities, but you keep coming to the cities. You love our women. You love our food. You love our art venues. Everything. It was the funniest thing to me when I used to Uber. It was the funniest thing to me when I would have people come in my car. Thick redneck accents, right? Thickest, most redneck accents. They get in the car. Yeah, man, I'm from a town of Tennessee. Population 5,000 people. I love it out here, man. It's fun. But these damn liberals, man, they don't know what gender they are. Like, so why are you here, bro? Why are you here? What are you here for? And then some of the people in rural areas who have big corporate jobs, those corporate jobs that have headquarters here in the cities, how you make your money, how you make your living, it's just very contradictory to me. It's just very contradictory to me. I don't get it. W's in the chat to Jazz for the $5 cash app. Just for being you. By the way, my pronouns are she. Did I get your... Hold on. What is your username? Did I not get you right? Did I not get you right? My bad. I got you. I don't know what your username is. I'll look for it. W's in the chat to you. Did I get everything? Yes, I did. What's your name here? Gavin, did you vote for Trump?
No, but Trump did take away my Medicaid, so now I'm suffering because of it.
That's unfortunate. I'm so sorry to hear that.
Yeah, I got really bad IBS, which I know sounds crazy. Your shitting is really bad, but no, dude. Like, my intestines have been killing me for a month, and I can't get my shit back. For no reason. I literally got no reason why I was cut off.
You have Medicaid?
Yeah, Medicaid. The government one, whatever it's called.
And you lost your benefits. Did you have a cited reason?
Nothing at all. Just that I was cut off.
Are you saying you're not one of those fraudsters that got cut because you were defrauding the government? You're just a regular, degular American?
I'm just a regular, degular American.
There's the Trump administration's policies for you. God bless you. Well, I appreciate you coming up. Please look up some nonprofits in your area. I know there's a lot of people that are kind of stepping up where the government currently isn't right now. Also, there could be certain forms of like meta sharing programs that could be beneficial for you. I would say strongly look into that. I also do have a Discord. I'm not sure if you're in there or whatever, where we do try to help out people who are struggling. So please feel free to hit up all those avenues and options. But thank you for coming up and telling your story.
Thank you.
Oh, wait, no, there he is. There, Crow. There's Crow. Crow's a Medicare guy. Message him. He has an entire Discord. Those of you who did not know this, Crow has an entire Discord where they're meant to help people figure out their Medicare costs and Medicare options. Please message him. He'll get everything that you need to know. Or Crow, please message him. One of y'all message each other. Do something. Thank you for coming up. Thank you so much, Crow. I forgot you were here. W's in the chat to Crow. Crow created a fantastic server where he helps people in each whatever state you are. He'll get you to people who may be able to help out. So Crow is fucking fantastic. Medicaid, that's correct. Hold on, please. Let's get this up here. Why is the request box not working? A noting for the left. Did you vote for Trump?
No, I did not. But if I could go back, I would change my vote.
Change your vote for who?
To who?
To Trump.
You would change
You're
your
trolling?
vote for Trump.
Absolutely. I've had a crisis of ideology.
Interesting. Cool. Well, you figure out your crisis of ideology for a second. Crow, can you go ahead and give the people a full little PSA?
Yeah, absolutely. Give me a second. I'm flipping burgers while I'm here. So if you don't know, in my Schmincree, in my Schmile, there's a link at the top to the White House that will take you to needhasnoparty.org. This will get you to a Discord server. In that Discord server, me and other public-facing workers that are civil servants across this country try to help people navigate social programs. We ain't got it like that. We're brokies like the rest of y'all, so we ain't got like mutual aid cash, but we're really, really good at understanding policy and finding mutual aid programs in your area and nonprofits that may be able to help you out and figure out why you may have been denied and how to get you into the help you need. So if you're one of those people, I don't care which party you are, notice how the URL is needhasnoparty.org. There's a reason for that. You can go there and we will do whatever we can to try and get you your food, your housing, your medical care, all the little things you need to exist. And the only rule is don't bring up politics in that house. That it's a completely non-political space because I'm just trying to make sure people have, food and doctors and shit.
I'm pretty sure I've told you before how much I fucking love that name. Needhasnoparty.org is the website, guys. To anyone who may need that assistance, Crow has a fantastic website.
Somebody asked what we charge for that. Nothing. I am up for a believer that because I have all the knowledge in my head, hoarding it to myself when people actively need it would actually be like morally reprehensible. Like, I give that knowledge for free because hoarding it when people need it to eat is morally fucking reprehensible.
6,000%.
Can you tell me how? I'm sorry. Can you tell me how y'all talk? Because I don't want to like interrupt. I don't know how your space works. Yeah, and this is new to me to be trying to reach out to my community.
Yeah, cool.
Y'all are still.
You can.
I gotta hope y'all are still.
Thank you so much, Crow, for coming up. I appreciate you. Back to Miss Whiny Lady here. You said you had a change in ideology. So you voted for Madam Vice President Kamala Harris in the 2024 election, and now you regret it because of your change in ideology, correct?
Not my change in ideology. I know my ideology is the same. I still agree with her. I want her to come along with me and see what I see.
You just said that you're having a crisis of ideology. So what? Explain it.
Because this act of me even talking to y'all, I want y'all to see what happened. That y'all are working towards what we agree on the same things, but the things we're doing right now are perpetuating harm to where I can't be a part of the left anymore because it's not gonna do anything good for me to be a part of the left. I can make better influence being a part of MAGA. I can make change over there and let them exploit me before I can be a part of this, because this is something, even this act that I'm doing, popping on the live for out of the blue is I promise you an act that is serving me no purpose other than to still find my people.
Ma'am, are you well?
And I have to be subjected to that.
No, like seriously, have you been diagnosed with any type of? No, I'm seriously asking. Have you been diagnosed with any type of mental conditions or anything of that nature, ma'am?
Oh, absolutely not. But I have been treated so poorly by people when it came time to take action that they exposed themselves. And I know that there's good guys that would want to know what's happening. That
Excuse me, one moment, mod announcement. Hey, chat, we understand that people show up on other panels. We get it. You don't have to keep repeating it in the chat. We appreciate y'all so very much. Thank you. Thank you so very much.
Messaging. I guess either way, you're not the demographic of people I want to have a conversation with anyway.
Exactly. Like, so, what are we supposed to do with that?
Yeah.
Why would you want to be exploited?
If you want to go over to the right to be exploited, then you don't understand. I don't think you. I don't even care. That was fucking stupid. Mr. William, did you vote for Trump?
Yes.
And do you regret your vote?
Yes, I did. I'm sorry?
And do you regret your vote?
Oh no,
Why is
but
that?
I did have a question. I did have a question about the last person that was up, and they said that they were listening to Kamala.
Kamala.
Okay, which is fine. Okay, I'm sorry, I mispronounced that. But what did they say that made sense?
What did they say that makes sense? You tell me.
What?
Did you
What?
find
Okay.
sense in that conversation?
That's why I'm asking because I didn't find it, and everybody else seemed to be able to find a sensible argument about what she believed in, what she wanted, what she was going to do. And I'm like, okay, wait a minute. I didn't get any of that.
I don't.
Can
I
you
don't.
please point out where you got that from?
I think you just saw me drop her, so clearly I didn't find any sense in what she was saying. I don't know why you're trying
Yeah,
to
but
pick
there's
back up
still
on that conversation.
questions still out there to all the people that you talk with.
What?
What was it that this? Okay, but what was it that she said that's going to make me understand how she was an actual contender in a presidential race? What did she say?
Sir, are you
Did
talking
she?
about Kamala Harris?
Yes.
Oh, okay, cool. Was a
I'm
little
sorry.
confused there. So Kamala Harris would not have started a war in Iran. Kamala Harris would not have done blanket tariffs that would increase the average cost of goods for Americans by additional $1,700. That's what the average American paid last year due to Donald Trump's unconstitutional tariffs. And then the Supreme Court ruled that those corporations that jacked up their prices will get some payment back. You and I will not. Kamala Harris would not have gutted the ACA under the guise of having concepts of a healthcare plan. And then even in the private sector led to the increase of coverage costs, premium, for the average American. Kamala Harris would not have created a literal swamp in the middle of DC. Kamala Harris, who ran off of affordability, would have then signed the bill into law recently passed by the House and the Senate in Congress to actually increase the cost or the supply of decrease the cost and supply of affordable homes. All of those things and several hundred more.
Okay, so when did she say that?
Where did she say that? On the campaign trail for the 107 days that she campaigned.
Where?
Where?
Show me one
Simple.
video
She
where
condemned
she
Donald
actually
Trump's
said that.
blanket tariffs. She ran off of homeowners affordability. Her specific plan was building 3 million new homes by the end of her first term, including 1.2 million being specifically rental housing units, because we have a supply and demand issue. We have more people than the homes to put them in. Not to mention a $25,000 housing loan assistance program for first-time home buyers who showed a consistent record of paying their rent on time. A couple other things. She spoke about all of this on the campaign trail. Were you unaware of her policies?
Basically, yes. I was unaware of her policies.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
Do you know
It's
what
just
of Kamala Harris' policies were? Do you happen to know what her policies were?
no. That's
No?
why I keep asking you guys what were her policies because I don't know. Because
Okay.
all she does is come up with a word salad, and she does a bunch of
Yeah.
babbling,
So
and then
check
everybody
this
goes,
out.
"Oh,
So check this out.
that's what she
How
said."
many Kamala Harris rallies have you watched?
In my lifetime, probably about 5.
2024 would be the one that's relevant to this conversation. How many campaign rallies did you watch from
Okay,
Kamala
one more
Harris in
time.
2024?
About 5.
You watched 5 of her rallies in 2024 on the campaign trail after she was announced to be the presidential candidate on the Democratic side, and you
Oh, wait,
can't
wait,
name
whoa,
a
whoa,
single
whoa,
policy.
whoa, hang on, back up. How did she get that ticket?
How she got the ticket is irrelevant. You said you watched
no, it's
5 of her
not.
rallies.
It
It is.
basically
It
is.
is. I'm not doing this with you. You guys don't understand how DNC primaries and RNC primaries work, or their lack of thereof, and their ability to do so. I need you to tell me, how in the world did you watch 5 of her rallies and you don't know a single policy?
Because she never gave one.
She gave several. All the ones that I mentioned were things that she talked about on the campaign trail, or at least things she condemned on the Trump side, like the war in
No, all
Iran
she
or
did was
blanket
a whole bunch
tariffs.
of world. word salads.
You know,
that's all she did.
Guys, I said this a few days ago, and I'm going to reiterate this. I just want to remind everyone that every single time a Trump supporter says Kamala Harris had a word salad, it's not because she actually did. It's more so because intelligence sounds like word salads to them. When you hear an intelligent person speaking, it doesn't register in some people's brains because they can't articulate what her policies were. Like this guest here.
That's not it. That's
Well,
not
hang on.
it, Hector.
Oh, that's one of them.
Excuse me.
That's one of them.
It is.
Go ahead.
It is one of them. It is one of them. You're
Okay,
absolutely
but hang
right.
on.
But what it is, excuse me, sir. One moment, please. Thank you.
Sorry, ma'am.
Okay. Another thing is that it's simply a deflection to take off of the fact, like to take spotlight off of the fact that Donald Trump is the one who actually does the word salad. It is a way to deflect. That's all that they're doing. Again, it's that narcissism that I've been speaking about a lot lately here. But that's all that it is. They're putting that onto someone else. Additionally, I sent you a video on Discord, by the way, if you want to play it. If not, I'll play it.
I'll get it here. Bum, 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 bum. I'm not going to put it up on the stream, but I will. You guys will hear the audio.
Affording a home. We don't have enough. But it's not just affording a home. We don't have.
Oh, wait, Kamala. Erica, this is MSNBC. Is this one of those interviews she never did?
Yes, it is one of those interviews that she never did. Yes.
So we're going to play over Kamala Harris talking about one of her policies on one of those interviews that she never did, really quickly.
Have enough in this country.
You're absolutely right.
And one of the main problems are regulations and rules, strict rules at a local level. How does the federal government cut through all that red tape and get down to, the suburbs of Pittsburgh and say, we're going to have to build some affordable housing here? How do you connect the two?
So you're absolutely right. So across our country, people rightly are concerned about the cost of housing. So it's home ownership, to your point. We need more supply. That is, without any question, part of the solution. Creating more supply under my plan includes creating tax incentives to work with the private sector and home builders. Part of my goal and the plan would be to create 3 million new housing units for rent and for ownership by the end of my first term. It includes also what we must do to cut red tape. You're absolutely right. It takes far too long, and there's too much bureaucracy associated with home building. And I say that as a devout public servant. I know that we have to reduce the red tape and speed up what we need to do around building. And that is going to require working from the federal level with state and local governments. And it's going to be different in different places, depending on the needs of that community, the needs of that local government, that municipality.
Erica, was that deregulation that she was talking about?
Yes, it was deregulation that she was talking.
Something that the Republican platform champions to bring down the cost of things?
Yes. You know what, Hector? I think there is a bipartisan bill that is sitting on Donald Trump's desk right now with some of the ideas that Kamala Harris actually just spoke about in that interview that she never did.
Almost word for word. Yeah.
What's the name of that bill, Hector?
So the name of that bill, sponsored by Tim They'll Never Pick Him Scott and Elizabeth Warren, is the 21st Century Road to Housing Act. Have you heard of it, Mr. William?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah? What do you think about it?
Well, I think about it as this. When you guys hear what you want to hear, you stop listening. Hang on. Don't
What
do that.
does that have to do with what I just said? What are we doing?
Okay. How about not interrupting and just listen to what I said?
You didn't answer. I asked you if you've heard of it. You said yeah, and I asked you what you think about it. A bill. I asked you what you think about a bill. You said when you guys don't hear what you want to hear, it doesn't matter. What?
What's with?
I need you to address the bill.
With the bill?
No. I need you to address the bill.
No.
Do you like the bill?
What's with the bill?
So
what goes along with the bill?
Do you know what's in the bill?
What goes along with the bill that?
Are you asking me that question because you don't know what's in the bill?
No, I'm not. I'm asking you.
So you do know what's in the bill?
The bill. Okay. So
I just need a yes or no. My guy. Do you know what's in the bill or not?
Can't answer, can you?
I can. Do you know what's in the bill? Yes or no?
Yes.
Yes. Okay. Got you.
So what's
Thank
in
you.
there?
Fantastic. Wonderful.
So what else
What's
is
in
in
there?
there?
No problem. There were some aspects of deregulation specifically in the environmental sector, which means if you're building a home in between other homes that pass an environmental review in the last couple of years, that house can skip it. There's another provision that stops the mandate for building what's that called? That chassis that makes the home or requires the home to be movable, because that's an additional $10,000 to $20,000 that's put on the cost of constructing the home. There's also provisions specifically to take 10% of all funding from pre-approved plans to build the homes in the sector, so you can bypass that sector and save some money. And then also 10% of all the funding from those house plans goes specifically to rural and small communities, which predominantly concentrate in the red states. Those are three aspects of
what
that.
else is in there?
What else is in there?
The
A bunch
stuff that
else.
you're not
Is
talking about.
Is there stuff I'm not talking about? Please tell me what I'm not talking about.
You're not talking about imminent new domain. Intimate domain. They're
What?
taking the shit. They're taking the shit, and they're doing this stuff.
What the fuck?
And
What
they're
are you
opening
talking
up-
about? Taking what? What?
They're taking property.
Taking property?
Yeah.
What?
Whose property?
Are you talking about?
Yours, mine, everybody's.
Nothing about the bill takes anyone's property. Where did you hear that
Where are they
from?
gonna build it?
Where
are
did
they
you
gonna
hear that
build it?
from? What do you mean,
Where are they gonna
where are
build
they
it?
going to build it? They're going
Where are
to build
they
it
gonna build
on
this
the
wonderful
hundreds of
wonderland?
thousands of acres of land that we have.
Oh yeah, we have thousands of acres that they want, but the problem being is that they're not developed. Our properties are, and they're taking ours.
Where did you see that the bill is going to take your property to put these homes on? Where did you read that
Well,
from?
read it. Read it.
No. I asked, where did you read that from?
From the bill itself. It's basically they're just going
What
to
sector?
do
You
what
are
they
a
want, when they
liar.
want, and how they want.
But you're lying.
Why?
It doesn't do that.
It does.
No, actually, no, it doesn't. You can't point to anywhere within the Darn bill that states that. If that is the case, sir, by all
Have you
means,
guys
excuse
read
me, one moment,
anything?
sir. One moment. Thank you. Take a moment. You can go pull up the bill. It's available. All right, at congress.gov, it is available. By all means, pull it up and point to the
Yep.
page that says that they are going to use eminent domain. Just point to the page that tells us that lays that out. All right, because as far as we know thus far, all right, what the bill
Thank you,
actually
Rachel.
does is it actually deregulates, all right, construction activities, and it incentivizes new development for builders is what it does. It's not taking anyone's private property. How does taking someone's private property help other people get a house? That don't make any sense, because then you'll be without a house. That don't make any sense. The whole point of this bill is to make housing more affordable.
Oh, okay. Wait a minute. You're talking about taking eminent domain
Eminent
and
domain.
taking a piece of property, and that person is a one family domain. What do you think they're going to do with that one family domain?
This guy doesn't know what the
I-
fuck
Do you
he's
think
talking
they're going to
about.
make
I don't
it
like
into
the way
a
you say
single domain?
domain, but
Yeah.
Can
But
you
do
say
you think they're
domain?
going to make it into a one-person complex? You know they're already going to make it into a four.
This is
8.
conjecture from your part. Nothing
But
within the
you
bill
know that's
says
what
that, sir.
happens. Don't
Why
argue
did
about it. You know what's
why
happened.
did 167 Republicans vote for this bill then?
I don't know. I didn't talk to them. I don't know them. I don't know what's going on.
So you think that all of these Republicans bipartisanly passed a bill that would take land away after running off of rights, land rights, private rights, all this shit? That's what you think.
Okay, so
You
why don't
think
you tell me?
Tim
why-
Scott, one of the biggest supporters of the Trump administration, a man who has deep-throated him since he showed up down that escalator, or came down the golden escalator in 2016, you think they put forward and signed passed in House and Senate a bill that would take your land away to build homes from?
Okay, so why don't you tell me what's wrong with this idea? Why
What's
is it
wrong
that
with
you
taking
got-
away
Hang
someone's
on,
land to
hang
build
on,
homes on?
Hang on. What makes you think that they wouldn't do something like this?
Because it violates the law. That's why.
Okay, so when is it in the last 10
You know
years?
what? Here's what we're going to do. If we're going to continue on with this conversation and your ridiculous belief that this is a thing, you need to show me what part of the bill has that in it. Because the person who's gone over it several times, has been citing it on this app for the last over a week, I need you to tell me what portion of the bill takes your land away to build these homes on.
Well, you know what? You guys go off your beliefs. That's fine.
Yeah, I don't give a shit about your beliefs. That's the only thing you've been citing this entire time. You've been got like a word vomit versus actual policy. Mind you, this old geezer here has been talking about word salads, and that's exactly what you've displayed on this platform.
Okay, that's fine. Well, you know what? When you sit there and look at what goes on.
Yeah, so anyways, do you have that section of the bill?
Sorry, man. I don't have anything.
You don't have anything.
All I have.
Do you often lie? Do you often come up to panels with over 1,000 people watching and lie? How often do you do that?
Yeah, I do that all the time.
That tracks.
Oh my God, that's so much fun.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah. I don't think you should be proud.
I have an idea.
Sir, I don't think you should be proud
of what's going on.
I don't think you should be proud in being uneducated. I don't think you should be proud in talking out of your ass. I think we have enough of that, particularly in the Oval Office. Maybe we should speak more from a position of education, from a position of actual verifiable information, and not your fifis.
Oh, I need to be
Because I think if there was one guy, hey, you like Trump, right?
I like my president.
Okay, cool. You like your president. Don't you think if that bill actually had a provision in there that would take away your land to build homes for a bunch of lazy people who don't work, don't you think that the president of the United States would have cited that at this point?
No.
No?
No.
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 What was his reason cited for not signing the bill?
You actually understand?
What was his reason cited for not signing the bill?
Because it's bullshit.
God bless you.
Nope. Those words never came out of his mouth. Try again. What was his reason cited for not signing the bill?
It's bullshit.
We got too many people in here. We should be at over 300 likes, 300,000 likes. And guys, please make sure we're taking care of Erica while she's here. Can we get her above 3,000 coins? Take care of Erica while she's here. Links are also in the bio for her. Not his cited reason. You want to try one more time before I tell you?
Oh, no. Well, let's skip to you tell me.
Yeah, cool. The reason why Donald Trump refused to sign that bill is because of the SAVE Act. He wants the SAVE Act passed. He said he will do nothing on the bill until the SAVE Act is passed. Then he went as far as to say that, what was the specific wording? Not unimportant. He didn't say it's unimportant. It's, I'm forgetting the language that he used specifically, but he said it's something compared to the SAVE Act. So he's basically reducing its significance compared to the SAVE Act. That was his reason cited.
All from
and nothing
George.
else. In fact, Georgia on the line, hold for a moment. In fact, he went as far as to say over the weekend that the bill is fine. He never criticized any aspect of the bill. He said the bill is fine. He just wants the SAVE Act. So why are you contradicting your president?
He said it was boring.
No.
He said fine. He said it was boring. He said it was, yeah. He said a bunch of shit. Stupid guy.
Okay, one more time. Boys and girls, this is a man that is doing a job that we hired him to do. Okay?
We didn't hire him.
Grown ass man.
Okay, why are you cutting me off? Okay, one more time. This is my president. President.
Your president disagrees with your rhetoric. I don't care if it's
Biden or not.
Your president disagrees with your rhetoric, and you can't even confirm what the president of the United States doesn't say. The reason why, no, I think I've allowed you to talk enough, and you're not making an ounce of sense. You're lying about that bill, and every single time you spread that lie, you're trying to excuse yourself and your vote for the man who ran off of making housing affordable and has been only been increasing the cost of homes since. That's what you're trying to dance around. That's what you tried to do when you first came up on the panel, when you sat here and whined about Kamala Harris. You didn't want to go talk about what she had to bring to the table, which you clearly didn't know after watching 5 fucking rallies, versus talking about all the things that Donald Trump ran off of and been contradicting since. You guys are full of excuses. Excuses to drift away from the fact that your president is failing you year after year after year, or month after month.
Okay, well, hang on. How many presidents have we actually had? How many presidents have
We've
there
had
been?
45 presidents.
45 presidents. Okay. So we had 45 presidents. Which one of them actually did what they were going to say?
Obama, Joe Biden, Clinton,
Okay.
Bush.
So
Every single one did things that they said they were going to do. What a stupid. Get out. Just get out, Gramps. Get out. Callie on the line. Did you vote for Trump?
You already know I did. Yes, George.
No, I
Calling
don't
back
already
again.
know that you did.
Yeah. How you doing today, Mother?
Who are you?
You doing good? This is George. I called you yesterday.
Am I
We
supposed
had a
to
nice
remember
little
you?
conversation.
God bless you.
Man, I want to be a little bit more, like, unrelaxed. I want to be a little bit more, like, just off the chain tonight. Can we do that?
I'd rather not.
Are you sure?
Did I hang up on you?
No, absolutely not. No, we were completely respectful to each other.
How did the conversation end?
We said happy 4th of July to each other, and we ended the conversation like that. We were very nice.
I don't like the majority of people that call in, and I don't remember you.
I don't want to make you feel like
check.
too like. No, I don't want to make you feel unrelaxed. Like I'm not gonna go off the chain like that much. No, but how are you doing tonight, brother?
Doing all right. I'm assuming you don't regret your vote.
No, I do regret my vote. We spoke about this. I'm sure you don't remember. That's terrible.
This is the guy
But
that
you
pays
will.
more money in health insurance now that Donald Trump is president, and he regrets his vote. He talked to you. He
You know what's
talked to
crazy?
Matt. This is him.
Oh,
That's crazy that's getting said because I have cirrhosis of the liver, so I'm going to be dead in like 5 years, probably. And the medical insurance is allowing me to get my medication for free. $6,000 a bottle for 30 pills, man. I mean, I didn't even talk about that with you.
Got you. So
But-
if you do regret your vote, why did you call in? What do you got?
Okay. You already should know this, but I regret my vote for the Iran war, for everything that Trump is saying and doing. I told you that I regretted looking at his past debates and thinking that was a good thing. I thought it was trash, the way he's over talking people, everything like that. But tonight, like I really wanted to unleash a little bit. Like not in a negative way. You know what I mean? Like I wanted to let it out.
Let what out?
You know, like just let it out. Let the whole thing out. Like whatever the hell you're thinking and doing and whatever. I mean, let it out. Like say what's on your mind instead of trying to think before you talk and everything like that. Just say what's on your mind, kind of thing.
Yeah, the universe where I ever advocate for not thinking before I speak is not one I ever want to live in. So there's that. Go ahead.
Well, don't you speak before you think though? Honestly, I mean, come on, you're gonna debate me about that? Come on, man.
Hi, caller.
Let's go.
Hi, caller. Hi, caller. Hey,
Hey.
caller. Quick question. Do you see a therapist? Because I know you got a lot going on. So, do you see a therapist?
Do I see a therapist?
Yeah. Do you have a
currently?
therapist?
Are you questioning my mental
No, I'm not.
capability
I'm
as of
asking
this
you a
current
question.
moment? Like, what are you
Answer the
doing?
question. Do
Therapy
you see a
isn't
therapist?
for just mentally
Don't let her
unstable
do that to
people.
me, bro. Come
My
on,
guy,
you
my
like
guy.
me too much to
Therapy
let
is
her
a
do that to
healthy
me.
thing. Therapy is good. That's not an insult. It's a simple question.
It is,
I have a
but to be
therapist. I
honest,
see her on
I've
the
heard a lot
10th.
of Democrats that are on pills and everything like that, and it's like, are you
Okay,
mentally
good. I'm
capable
glad.
when you're on
I'm
medication?
glad that people, upon needing medication to regulate themselves or whatever condition that they have, will get the care that they
If
need.
they know,
I'm
if they
glad
recognize it,
that
right?
people, either to help them with their emotional problems or just have someone to talk to, go and seek a therapist to help them navigate their emotional pool. That's good. These are all good things that you're crapping on right now.
You
Nah, I
are
was just
not
gonna say
you are
Hector
not
is
being
not your
honest because you
therapist,
are
Thank you,
trying
Jordan.
to crap
and
on
this
me
chat
right off the
is
bat
not
by
your
saying that I
audience.
don't advocate that. I did
If
not say
you
that.
want, I
You
swear to God.
I didn't say that though. Why are you going to like tackle me on an issue that I didn't even like take a stance on?
You took offense to
Like,
her
if you
asking
want-
you if you're seeking any kind of therapy. You're the one who took offense to that. You're the
I just
one who
asked
had
you
been
if you had
looking
a
down upon
therapist.
it. Yeah.
No. You're wrong. You took offense on that.
You did. You're the one that said to
No.
Hector, man, don't let her do
In
this
no
to
way.
me. You said
He
that.
literally
Don't
did.
gaslight us. You can't
I
light my
think it, I
gas.
think there's no. You're gaslighting me.
You can't light my gas, buddy. But what you can do,
Oh
is
man.
you can hit
And you know
Thank
what?
you,
Hector's
I
Jordan.
cash
respect
links.
all
You
your
can get them
opinions.
pay
That's what's so
links is what
crazy
you
that you're
can
going to
do.
do that to me.
That's what
Why
you
would you
can
do that to me? Like just for the fun of
Why
it?
would you do
Just 'cause
that
you
to
like
me?
tackling Republicans? I'm an
Why
independent.
can't you do? Why
Remember
would you
this.
do that to me? No one's doing anything to you. You were asked a
No, it's not
question
like that.
and
It's
you
not like
refused
some
to
little
answer
childish
it, and
shit.
you got your panties in a bunch. All right, get
Yeah,
your boxing rings
you
out of a
did get my
knot.
panties in a bunch because you're lying.
Yeah.
Like you're like tagging me as
the
something
Sorry,
that I'm
fuck is
Have you
not.
happening
been drinking
today?
today? Have you been drinking
You don't
today?
know me, right? And I don't know you. So who
Yeah,
are you
but
to
guess what?
judge me
Hector's
and
not your
say what
fucking
I am or what?
therapist.
Have you been drinking today, sir? Because I'm
No,
starting
sir,
to
I have
remember
not.
our conversation. No, or at least not alcohol. I'm starting to remember our conversation, and I think we left off on a good foot. So I don't know why you're taking offense so far.
So you can't even remember a conversation from
You're not that
2 days
memorable,
ago.
sir.
My
But
guy.
you're the one that's
My
calling
guy.
me an alcoholic, right?
My guy, it's starting to come back to me, elements of it, and then my mods are reminding me of it. So
yes, we're brothers,
I'm now
man.
starting
Like,
to remember you.
I support so much of what you do and say. Like,
Thank you. So then I need you to stop being so. Sir, if you support what I do, I need you to just relax. Let's start over. Calm down.
Let's start over.
Relax. Thank you, Jordan, for the level shit.
Let's all
okay.
chill. I wanted to get a little hype tonight, though.
Okay.
To be honest with you,
I'm not here.
Last
I'm not
time
here
we
for
had
buffoonery.
A relaxed conversation.
But we need to go back to the
fact. I wanted you to have a more hyped up conversation.
Hey, shut up.
We need to go back to the fact that
shut up.
Erica simply asked you if you're seeing a therapist, and you took offense, and you took it as her challenging your mental stability.
Why would you ask somebody if they're seeing a therapist if you thought they were mentally unstable? I mean,
it's not about being mentally unstable. Go ahead, Erica.
That is a complete.
No, you won't let anyone
that
answer
is a
the question.
passive-aggressive
If you
comment
shut up for
to
just
try
a
and
moment,
attack somebody
he
that
needs to
you
go on
don't
a
even
timeout.
know.
He needs a timeout.
You need to start listening to
Like-
Erica. And stop
like,
speaking
no,
over
I
her.
don't need a timeout.
Stop
Like-
You need a timeout. You're a
speaking
fucking
over
child. Take a
Erica.
timeout.
Your boy can put me in.
Yeah, that's why you're in timeout now. Hey, for the chat on the tube and over on TikTok, the reason why he was asked, does he have a therapist, is because that's who he needs to go talk to. Hector is not his therapist unless he wants to pay Hector's hourly rate. All right. And I'm setting that hourly rate at $500 an hour. All right. Hector's not your fucking therapist. All right. Hector's job here is to actually discuss policy. It's not to discuss that man's feelings or to turn up with him. What are we doing here? Go see your friggin' therapist, bro. Because Hector ain't it. And neither am I. If you want to fucking fight, I'll give you a fight.
Sir, why did you
wanna
call in
fight?
today?
What do you want to
Sir,
fight about?
why
though?
did you call in
What do
today?
you want to fight about?
Sir,
Let's have a fight.
Sir,
That's what
sir,
I'm saying, though,
sir,
bro. Let's
sir,
have a fight
why did you call in tonight? I have yet to get an answer to that question.
I called in because I love and respect you, man. You know that.
Thank you.
You should know that.
So what I need you to do,
You're great.
What I need you to do is keep that love and respect in the comments for a second, because I have a show to run. I open this platform every day for people like
All right,
you
want me to tone it
to
down?
regret their vote, okay? To explain why they regret their vote, or the ones that don't, I'll try to give them reasons as to why they should and have some kind of intelligent conversation. You're currently interrupting it.
Reasons.
I know your reasons. You're currently calling it, obstructing that, and you're irritating my co-host here for no reason. So
No, I'm not
thank
doing
you. Enjoy yourself in the comments. Holy fuck. What the fuck? Like, I vaguely remember him now. But he was not like that the last time we spoke. Jesus, man. He was not like that the last time we spoke. I missed some super chats here. Hold on, let me get people up in the requests here, guys. We have 1,200 people in here. If we can get the likes up, to 300K and beyond, show the algorithm want to be here, please. Share out the live. Thank you, Nina, for the swan. Share out the live with your friends and family as well. Repost and add to your story. Consider becoming a fan club member. Get a couple cool stickers when you do, but you can only send that fan club when you hit that follow button in the top left corner. So hit that follow button in the top left corner. If this is the same guy, I swear to God. Oh, it's not.
Call from
Roger.
Roger, on the line, did you vote? On the line, did you vote for Trump? I'm talking too fast.
Yes, I did.
Okay, hold for one moment, please. W's in the chat to Wesley. Thank you so much, Wesley, for sending out the 5 memberships on the Tube side. Big W's to Wesley. Thank you so much for your support. To the 5 additional DEI subscribers that I just got over on the YouTube side, enjoy your perks. Please make sure you're checking them out. And thank you guys for the follows. W's also in the chat too. I missed the super. God damn it. I'll get back to your super in a second. W's in the chat to Maya for the $10 PayPal for the Hector Talks Therapy Hour. I appreciate it because people apparently think I'm their therapist. They think Erica's their therapist. And God damn it, sometimes we are.
Bless you.
W's in the chat to y'all. I appreciate your support. Please, I want to hear just as many thank yous from Erica as I'm hearing from myself. Her links are also available in the bio, and please make sure to get the fuck out of her as well.
I have 2 thank yous when you're finished.
Go ahead.
Okay. Shout out to Mr. Mike. Good grief. Mr. Mike, $32. Mr. Mike. This was for the old man earlier. He said, why are we wasting our time with this? If it doesn't matter now any effing way, please have the caller F off. Thank you. I approve this message. Mr. Mike, you know what? Shout out to Mr. Mike. And Shauna sent 5 and said, caller wants to fight Nook if you buck. That's right.
Look if you buck.
But you better be ready because I like to throw bowls. Throw them bowls like John. Hey, what did he say? I want to hear that song now.
W's in the chat to Shauna for the 5. W's in the chat to Trevor for the $5 super chat. Can MAGA ever step out of dreamland of Trump and come back to reality? You don't need to make up things all the time. Yeah, I've heard some crazy shit. Erica, I'm not sure if you're here for the guest yesterday. This motherfucker came up here on panel and said Kamala Harris unjustly prosecuted black people like Michael Jackson of Trump and come back and said that with his full chest. Kamala Harris was part of the prosecution of Michael Jackson, so he couldn't vote for her. You caught that shit? Okay, yeah. Crazy
end
shit.
of that one, yeah, that was crazy. I was like, what's she talking about Michael Jackson for?
Crazy shit, y'all. All right, caller.
In the same county.
You said you voted for Trump, correct?
Oh yes, I did.
And do you regret your vote?
Not one bit.
Sorry,
I don't regret it one bit.
Got a message that got me discombobulated. You don't regret your vote, right? Okay, so not one bit. Why is that?
Because I feel like this man's put us in the right direction in this country, and it's got you guys all riled up. I mean, to be honest, it was 4th of July yesterday, and I don't understand why you guys are so miserable. I just don't get it. You guys
do I look miserable to you?
Miserable pricks. No, both of you do. I mean, you guys race
okay, cool.
Like, it's going out of style.
Fascinating.
Like,
I don't really care what your metrics of miserableness. You said Donald Trump is steering the country in the right. Yeah, I know. So you said Donald Trump is steering this country in the right direction. I want you to give me an aspect of that direction and how right it is. Let's get specific. Let's get specific.
Divide. That's what you guys do.
Yeah. Says the guy who called in talking about how we just seem like a bunch of spiteful whatever. Yeah, sure. So can you go ahead and tell me what the right direction is of the Trump administration? Can you tell me what the right direction is? Can you tell me what the right direction is? Or are you going to keep crying? I don't know if you heard my co-host before. This isn't your platform to request a therapist or whine, okay? This is your platform where you to tell me why you support the Trump administration, and then I present you with a rebuttal because there's a lot of reasons as to why you shouldn't. Would you like to give me one of those things now?
I mean, the way he's handling Iran, I think he's doing great. I mean, we got them where we want them.
Oh, yeah? Is that right?
Yeah, that's right.
Fascinating. Cool. Can you tell me how that's the case, specifically when we're about to spend, or they're trying to get additional $80 billion to be thrown into the war that's apparently never ended, and then $30 billion that we spent so far? Can you tell me how we got them where we want them with over 50% of our offensive military capabilities depleted? Can you tell me how we got what we wanted when they haven't denuclearized?
Have you ever been to Norfolk, Virginia? Have you not seen the massive amount of fucking ships there?
Yeah, I'm so glad you see a ship. That doesn't change the fact that the United States military is
We
depleted.
got a bunch of fucking
Our
fighter
weapons
jets, all
are
that
depleted.
shit,
I'm
so,
so glad you see a ship. That doesn't change the fact that our
it sounds
overall
like you've never
military
been to a
is
military base
depleted.
and never been around
Oh,
military
wow.
whatsoever.
How many military bases are in the United States?
There are a bunch. There's a
Okay.
bunch.
So if you don't see a decrease in ships in your base, is that reflective of the overall
matter if it's a
offensive
naval base,
capabilities of the
Air Force
United
base,
States and their
Army base.
weapons?
We got a whole shit ton of weaponry.
Oh,
why
we
we're
got
the
a whole
greatest
shit ton
country
of
on
weapons.
Earth.
Hey,
And I mean, if you guys don't think this is the greatest country on Earth, then you guys should just fucking leave.
Oh,
And
you
rely
do
on it,
you do a whole lot of fucking whining. Holy shit, dude. Are you good? Is you good, bro?
I'm not whining.
Is you good, bro? Who pissed in your Cheerios this morning? Holy fuck. Just you got a bunch of yap. You got a bunch of yap. I need you to start listening. First off, we're gonna get back to the point that you just made, which was really bad. I think I'm good. You said because you see. Thank you guys. I appreciate you. You said because you see a bunch of ships. Hey. You said because you see a bunch of ships at your local military base, that means our military isn't depleted. I need you to articulate that. I need you to substantiate that. And how what you see on your local base is reflective of the rest of the country.
I mean, look at you, man. You know, here's the thing. You tell these last two callers that they need therapy or whatever. You sound like you need therapy because you're.
So if you only see 5 black people in your neighborhood, is that reflective of the fact that 13% run?
Not the skedaddle.
He literally just came up here. Guys, they come up here to whine. That's it. They come up here to go off and get their rocks off and just yap and whine. That's what they come up here for. I didn't hang up. He hung up. He ran.
Press 1.
Call you on the line. Did you vote for Trump?
No.
Trump supporters request up in the box. You're the demographic of people I'd like to have a conversation with. If you're over on the tube side, you can call the number on screen, 737-295-5321. Holy shit, man. It's gonna be a show. It's gonna be a show. We're almost at 300,000 likes. Continue to double tap the screen, show the algorithm that you want to be here. We have someone loading up in the request box. Is that person loaded for any of you? They're not loaded for me. It should be a username named Dennis. They're not loading for me. Nope, not loading. Y'all need to fix your Wi-Fi. What is happening? Trump supporters request up in the box. You are the demographic of people I'd like to have a conversation with. If you're over on the tube side, you can call the number on screen, 737-295-5321. Yeah, me too, Erica. I'm already annoyed too. This live isn't for you, bro.
Hello?
This live isn't for you. If you're not a Trump supporter, this live isn't for you. Unless you're a non-voter, I'll make exceptions.
No, I'm a supporter of the independent party. I'm not a supporter of anyone individual.
Okay, so this live isn't for you, as I mentioned to you before. White men have a boundary problem.
They do not understand boundaries.
Y'all can't take no for an answer. Holy shit. I have a show to run here. Please and thank you. Independent is not a party? Yeah. I don't know why they keep saying that. W's in the chat to Jared for the $1. Jared said, pretty sure last caller mean the white direction, not the right direction. Sick of these soggy, unsalted saltines. That guy may have been black. I'm not going to lie. He may have been black. I'm not sure. W's in the chat to you, Jared. W's in the chat to you. Guys, best way to support the platform is going to be the links in a bio. Links in the bio, Cash App, PayPal, Venmo. Hector Talks with 2 R's on Cash App and Venmo. PayPal, Hector Pal with 2 O's and 2 R's. If you're over on the tube side, you may send a super chat or a super sticker. Christine, I see in the request, it looks like you're following me. Trump supporters do follow me, but if you are not a Trump supporter, I'm just going to drop you down. Please respect the rules of the live, guys. Please respect the rules of the live. Christina, did you vote for Trump? I think that was an accidental request.
Call from
George.
To accept.
George, you're on the line. Did I not just speak to you?
Yeah, you did. I just wanted to
Hey, George.
talk to you. I mean, I
Hey,
don't
George.
understand why you're trying
Hey,
to cut me
George.
off or anything.
Hey, George. This is weird. This is really weird, George.
It is. It's super weird.
Yeah. Stop
Like-
being fucking
like,
weird,
because-
George.
Because I respect you so
George.
much, man.
Stop being fucking
I
weird.
really do. What's that?
Why,
Man, I
Erica?
respect you.
Why? Do
so
you want to
much.
do it, Erica? Do you want to do it, Erica? What are we doing?
No,
They knew that would make them crash out.
No, I really respect you. You don't realize. I respect you.
Call from.
Hello? Yep. Want to talk to the line?
To accept, press 1. To send.
Don't even do me like that, man. Come on. Like, I mean, we're brothers, man. I mean, I respect everything that you
Respect
say.
goes as far as boundaries. Boundaries that you have violated for the third time by calling into the stream after I've told you I'm looking to speak to Trump supporters and have a show to run. That's not
I
respect.
am a Trump supporter.
That's
Why
not
do you
respect.
not understand
You
that?
literally said you regret your vote. You cited your reasons already. You mentioned being
That's
more
right,
of
but
an
I'm still a Trump
independent,
supporter
which
because I don't see
means
any Republicans
okay
that
then.
are
So
stepping up
check
or
this out.
Democrats. So what
If
are you
you
trying to
call
say to
back
me?
this number
You know what I'm
again,
thinking before I
if
say
you
it? I
call
told
this
you I'm
line
gonna step up
again,
tonight.
I'm going
wanted
to
to have
block
some
you.
fun.
Okay? I don't give a fuck about what kink you got going on and how fun you find it. If you call this number again, I'm going to block you. I have a fucking
rude
show to
to
run.
you.
You're being goddamn weird. Fuck off.
I am not.
The fuck? Fuck off. There's just something about men who just won't accept no that pisses me the fuck off. The fuck?
Weird.
Call from.
That was weird.
Hey, bro, what state do you live in the United States?
What? Doesn't matter.
What state do you live in, bro?
Minnesota.
Minnesota? What time is in Minnesota?
I don't know. 11.
Get the fuck out of here. What the fuck are we doing? Trump supporters request up in the box. You are the demographic of people I'd like to have a conversation with. If you're over on the tube side, you can call the number on screen, 737-295-5321. Fuck your reserve.
Was that beans on toast?
Could have been. Could have been. Okay, it looks like I'm just going to be blocking numbers tonight. No problem.
Oh, wow.
No problem.
Boundaries, everyone. Boundaries.
I'm sorry. That gives me the ick. You forceful men who just won't accept no for an answer gives me the fucking ick. Because you do this shit with me, imagine what the fuck you do to women. Fucking creeps, man. Absolute fucking creeps. W's in the chat to Hannah for the $2 Venmo. Last caller definitely doesn't know that Norfolk, or pronounced Norfolk, is one of the major hubs the Navy has.
It's pronounced Norfolk. I don't know why y'all say Norfolk. It's Norfolk. Come on, be serious, guys.
They said Norfolk is one of the major hubs
Norfolk.
the Navy has. It's one of the 2 U.S. bases for Navy SEALs. Of course, there's a lot of ships there. Nor does that negate our military capability. Unless you believe the entirety of our military is in that one base, and unless that one base loses stuff, then we are still at full capacity. That's a stupid argument to make. That's a stupid argument to make.
God bless you. Hannah, I'm from Norfolk.
Thank you, Amanda.
Born and raised. She said it's a Tidewater accent on it. I'm from Norfolk. I have some thank yous.
God bless you. Thank you, Gold, for the mic
I am
drop.
from Norfolk. What are you talking about?
And now you're blocked. Congratulations. You can take all your respect and shove it up your ass.
Tell me where I'm from.
Go
I know
ahead,
where
Erica.
I'm from. I know I was born at. Okay. Thank you. Hey, Maya. Maya sent 10 and said for shutting down the Hector Talks therapy hour because that ain't it at all. Exactly, Maya. Like, what are we doing? Unless you're going to pay his hourly rate, all right, you're not getting therapy from him. Like, what are we doing? Come on. And Wesley, hi, Wesley. Wesley Pillow sent a $5 PayPal and said, Hector said that he wanted to heat you say Hector said he wanted to hear you say thank you more. Much love. Thank you, Wesley. I appreciate you, friend. And Jazz,
Wesley.
Jazz sent 5 and said, not another white man expecting a safe space to vent before taking accountability for the harm his vote caused others. Seriously, do the work. That part. Obviously, that George guy, though, something wrong with him. But I do think that he would have kept calling back if you didn't do the thing because he likes being yelled at.
No, that was definitely a kink of his. He was getting off to that shit.
Yeah, he enjoys that. It's weird. I once I realized that's what he wanted. That's why I stopped. Do you hear this 12-year-old over here?
I did.
I swear the 12-year-old has more emotional maturity than these adults do.
Oh,
So
he absolutely
sometimes
does.
more than I do. Thank you guys. I appreciate y'all.
Alrighty. Hopefully we can get someone who's not a weirdo in here.
To accept, press 1. To send a voicemail.
Nope. It was just you said that, and then that person said that at the same time. Sorry, Snickles. What are we doing?
Whose Discord did I piss off?
I don't know, but he sounded like a darn gone evil villain when he said it. He didn't even say it like just say it. He was like, yeah.
Whose Discord did I piss off? What the fuck? Whew.
Ugh, that's nasty.
Trump supporters request up in the box. You are the demographic of people I'd like to have a conversation with. If you're over on the tube side, you can call the number on screen, 737-295-5321. If you are a Trump supporter who regrets their vote, this live is a safe space for you to come up here and express all the reasons that made you get up off the bag of plantation. With the prerequisite being, I didn't already fucking speak to you before, since I have to say that now. And if you are a Trump supporter who does not regret your vote, you think he's doing an exceptional job and you can try to substantiate it versus lying out of your ass, I guess you can request up in the box as well. I can give you several reasons as to why you should, or call the number on screen. I feel like we're just going to get a bunch of trolls. This is probably a troll. Blubber, did you vote for Trump? Blubber, did you vote for Trump? Okay, then. There's no way we have 1,200 people in here and every single one of you are leftists. There's no way.
You know what that means, though, right?
Oh, it means we whooped them.
Yes, but it means that we get to sing.
Oh, God damn it.
Yes.
Trump supporters, call in. Call in. Call in.
Yes.
Call in. Call in. Because if you don't call in, she's going to sing. Okay? And I'm not saying my ears will bleed, but someone's will. Okay? Call in. Because we are the champions, but I'd much rather engage in conversation with Trump supporters right now. I have an hour and a half left to go on my show. Okay? Just an hour and a half. So I would like to get some conversations moving. Because so far, I am unamused. I'm not amused. I'm not amused.
Let me know when you're ready.
Somebody said,
okay, all right.
Somebody said pickle time. Hold up. When's the last time you did pickle time, Erica?
It's been like a year. I ain't doing that shit. I don't get paid enough. I don't get paid enough.
Yo, I swear, that's Erica's answer to shit like all 2026. Oh, you want me to do this? You want me to listen to this? You want me to do this? Pay me, nigga. You don't pay me enough. It's factual, though. Factual, though.
I don't get paid enough. How dare you call? I was about to start singing. Hector, that was really messed up of you to do that.
Oh, thank Jeebus.
Call from
George.
To accept.
Oh, wait, this is the guy who said, okay, yeah, just hold this block, bro. Hold this block, bro. This is odd.
I'm gonna have myself a real good time, Hector. You know why? Because I feel alive. And the world are turning inside out. Yeah. I'm floating around in ecstasy. So don't stop me now. Don't stop me me 'cause I'm having a good time. I'm a shooting star, leaping through the sky like a tiger, defying the laws of gravity. I'm a racing car, passing by like Lady Godiva. I'm gonna go, go, go. There's no stopping me. I'm burning through the sky, yeah. 200 degrees, that's why they call me Mr. Fahrenheit. I'm traveling at the speed of light. I wanna make a super.
Mr. Taka, did you vote for Trump?
No.
Look at me.
No.
It's probably Shauna.
It was Shauna, wasn't it?
B, did you vote for Trump?
B, did you vote? No, but trans rights.
6,000%.
Shout out.
6,000%. Trump supporters request up in the box here the demographic of people I'd like to have a conversation with. If you're over on the tube side, you can call the number on screen, 737-295-5321. Let's talk about white supremacy.
Oh, here we go.
I'm sure you guys saw what was taking place in D.C. Yesterday. And this is yet another attempt for the Trump administration to completely distract the American people, the average moron, really, from the culture that they encourage here in the United States, the supremacy that they encourage in the United States, by now calling these people Antifa. So, first and foremost, you guys need to be really fucking careful. Really fucking careful, because they've designated Antifa a statement, a saying, a terrorist, domestic terrorist organization here in the United States. Right? So you identify as such, you could get raided. It is what it is. Secondly, if they were Antifa, wouldn't they be at ICE detention centers? We're protesting the White House, right? All those concentration camps around the U.S. Wouldn't they be there? Wouldn't they have been protesting UFC 250 or the all those other celebrations? Would they have been doing that? That's not what they were doing. So I find it interesting.
Call from.
Caller, you on the line. Did you vote for Trump?
Yes, I did.
And do you regret your vote?
Hell no.
Why is that?
I think Trump, he's a good president. And he says what he wants. People get mad. I respect that.
You think saying what you want makes you a good president?
I think so, because most people don't say what they want. They kind of walk on eggshells even throughout life. So as a man, I respect that.
Okay. So when Donald Trump said that he wants to pass blanket tariffs on other countries importing goods into the United States because of trade deficits, which then led to the increase of the cost of the average consumer goods, that was a good thing just because he said what he wanted? Because you're talking about just them saying the thing. You're not talking about what the thing is and the impact on Americans. Those are two different metrics. Those are two different things. You can say something and call it good that you said it, but the thing you're saying can be bad, right?
Yeah, it can.
Okay.
But I don't really think if he said anything to the point that would kind of like, turn most Trump supporters off. Like unless he hasn't said the N-word, as far as I'm aware. You feel me? Like he hasn't said nothing.
Not
super
according to a
outrageous,
black person who worked on behalf of The Apprentice back in the day, but that's a separate conversation. Again, Donald Trump saying that he wants to implement a blanket tariff, which is inherently inflationary and contributed to things like the Great Depression way back when, is not good. So I could care less about him speaking his mind when his mind is full of shit. Does that make sense?
Yeah, but I'll say I think the tariffs are ultimately good for the country, though.
The Supreme Court and the International Trade Court disagreed with you.
Well, I think in the long run, it's going to help domestic industries grow in America, and it actually also increases total government revenue, and it also these are generally broad points, but I also feel like it encourages the companies to support local manufacturing jobs in the States instead of outsourcing them to different countries. So even though we might feel like a short-term blowback from these tariffs, I feel like in the long run, between leveraging trade negotiations, reducing our reliance on China and increasing, domestic industry, I think it's going to help us in the long run.
Donald Trump doesn't want to reduce our reliance on China. He literally went over there to encourage partnerships with them.
Okay, but you just said that the tariffs though.
I don't know what's that to do with what I just said.
Well, tariffs have everything to do with that, actually. So the whole point of the tariffs is to make it harder for Chinese goods to enter the States and encourage people to get American products, right? And increase domestic manufacturing.
Yeah, but he still went over there to increase or improve our relations with them and trade. Not to
I don't even like
mention,
China, by the way.
Okay. Not to mention, those tariffs were blanketed. They weren't targeted to improve key industries, much like the Biden administration did with their targeted tariffs, which complemented the Infrastructure Act specifically and the Chips and Science Act to bring back domestic manufacturing of our chips that we use for several key pieces of technology, including in our military. That was a sensible tariff that improved domestic manufacturing, some of those numbers that went into the Trump administration's first year. Donald Trump's blanket tariffs were bad. We still saw a loss in manufacturing. We saw the increase of goods for average Americans, an increase in small business bankruptcies, because many of those businesses that fuel the working class, the middle class, could not afford to keep up with them. And the Supreme Court ordered that we pay back $160 to $180 billion of those tariffs to the corporations for that cost. You and I don't get that money.
Okay, fair enough. I mean, I think Target, like, we can agree to disagree on that respectfly. I think that
nothing that I said is something that you can just disagree with. I gave you court orders, court rulings. I gave you the impact. I gave you the specific number of what we're supposed to facilitate to those corporations. I gave you actually not estimates. It was a study on the average cost that Americans paid last year due to tariffs, $1,700 per household. Those aren't opinions.
Yes, but the way numbers can be skewed, I'm not saying the numbers are skewed, but I'm saying that you can have numbers, like the numbers are just numbers, right?
If you're not saying my numbers are skewed, then stop bringing it up.
Your numbers are not skewed.
So then it's irrelevant to everything I just said.
No, because I'm saying you could take the same stat and use it for two different arguments. So what I'm saying, that numbers are just numbers.
What stat can you use to support the tariff argument? Tell me, what stat can you use to support the tariff argument?
What stat? I just told you, like, that in the long run, like, we are taking.
I asked you for a stat. Oh my God, not your position or not your personal opinion. I asked you for a stat to support Donald Trump's blanketed tariffs, increasing domestic production here in the United States.
Well, it's not going to happen overnight, brother. It's going to take a couple of years. Like, you know, this
he had a year, and outside of the ones that he tacoed in and out of, there was the Supreme Court and International Trade Court that stopped his methodology.
I mean, I'm just saying, like, the Harvard Kennedy School .edu, like, they literally did a study showing how. Listen, this is my point. We could talk advanced economics, right? And I'm happy to, you know, get down to like that conversation if you want, like, to get to really in depth, but like, I don't even know if like the audience wants to hear that, or if, like, you know, I don't know. I just feel like I don't know, like, if you're capable of having that conversation.
You made a claim. You can't substantiate claim. It's irrelevant what the audience would want to hear. I mean, I argue they don't want to hear Trump supporters, but they're fucking here. What are we talking about? I need you to substantiate how your Donald Trump's blanketed tariffs was a positive on the American economy.
It's a positive.
There's no number whatsoever that you can use to give me that. Again, I don't need your speculation. I don't need your speculation. We quite frankly already had a year and a half of evidence, to substantiate my position that the blanketed tariffs were bad, to the point where even conservative justices had to stop him from how he was implementing them. So what are we doing?
No, I'm saying that your stats actually could support my claim, because when the Trump
what stat did I give that supports your claim that Donald Trump's blanketed tariffs is good? Simple question. Simple answer.
Well, you said that we were paying more, right? The average American was paying more for the tariffs, right?
Yeah.
That was the plan. Right. That was the plan. Like
Donald Trump ran off of lowering taxes than implementing a tariff tax.
Right.
Yeah, I know. Contradictory.
And inflation is up, right? That's actually a sign that the tariffs are working, because it's like taking medicine, right? It's like.
Did you just say our debt is a sign of tariffs working?
Yes, if you would let me finish, good sir, please. Like, hold on. Just give me 30 seconds and I won't interrupt you, sir. I swear on everything. Well, it's like taking medicine. When you're sick, right? You may take some medicine that may make your symptoms worse, right? And you may feel worse. When these template tariffs were implemented, it was implemented with the foregone knowledge that it was going to raise inflation. We were going to take a hit. The average American was going to pay more. That it was
So then
gonna be
Trump
hard on
lied.
America.
So then Trump lied. When Trump said that you and I don't pay the cost of the tariff, he lied. Thank
Can I
you
make my
for
point
admitting
and
yet
then I won't
another thing
interrupt
that the
you?
President of the United States is exceptionally good at, which is fucking up the economy and lying.
How do you deal with women if you don't even have to know how to have a regular conversation with somebody? Like,
Oh,
just
MAGA
relax.
women, just the same as you. Other women,
No,
they
but
get their chance to speak.
just
So
relax,
anyways, as
calm
I was
down.
saying, Donald Trump
Calm
lied
down,
about the
bro.
average
Calm
American
down.
paying the cost of the tariffs.
Calm down.
And then
Calm
he
down.
even went as far as to go beg on Truth Social for corporations to eat the cost of his tariffs, even though they
Calm
didn't.
down.
So
Oh, my
I would
goodness.
love for you to concede to the fact that Donald Trump lied on tariffs
He didn't
being
lie.
inflationary, because he lied about that too, and that
No.
we would pay the cost.
No. The
What do you
average
mean,
American-
no?
Listen, you're
You literally just said they were implemented knowing we would pay it. That's literally
Yes,
what you
but
just
it's gonna be
said.
better
So
for us
then
in the long
Donald
run.
Trump lied
That's how
on the
tariffs work.
campaign trail
No, it's
and throughout
better
the
for us in
first
the
year of
long
his
run.
administration.
God bless you.
No, I'm saying that it's better for the U.S. in the long run. You know,
Donald
saying the short-
Trump lied. Yes or no?
No, he didn't lie. What did he lie about? I'm trying to tell you that in the long run, it's better for the
W's in the chat to Nishan for the $1 cash app. Isn't she lovely,
Wow.
everyone? Sexual chocolate ever. W's in the chat to you. I appreciate your support, guys. I may have missed a few things over on
I'm
the
saying
YouTube
that
side. Give me a second.
the tariffs are better for the country in the long run because
W's in the
all
chat
the
to
reasons
Wesley for the $5 super chat. Tell Erica I was dancing to that jam. Let's go. Much love, Hector. And what happened with the white supremacists yesterday makes me a veteran sick. First off, thank you for your service, Wesley. I know I've told you that a few times. I will continue to do that every time you mention it. And also, yeah, it's gross. Yeah, it's gross. But, we did it for the tariffs or whatever. So I just want to reiterate for the final time, because I'm actually over-repeating myself to this moron, for the final time that Donald Trump on the campaign trail, upon being opposed to his blanket tariffs on all of our goods, said, you won't pay the costs. You won't pay the costs. Americans won't pay the costs. He said that all throughout last year when he was implementing them. You won't pay the cost. Even as, once again, he was saying on the not the campaign trail, in certain rallies and on Truth Social, hey, corporations, you can eat the cost. You can got it. He specifically called out Walmart. Walmart, eat the cost. Blah, 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 blah. That's what he did. So Donald Trump lied when he said that we would not pay it, as this person is admitting that we ended up paying it, as we've seen all the studies and reflections of the increase in goods show that we paid it. And then upon me presenting that to him, he keeps saying Donald Trump didn't lie. So give me a reason, sir, why I should continue to engage in this conversation with someone who can't make 2 + 2 = 4.
Hold on. There's no way you deal with women and you can't have a regular conversation. Just calm down.
I need you to tell me,
Hold on.
why would I
Just
carry on a
relax,
conversation
bro.
with you
Relax.
when you're basically telling
Calm
me
down,
that
bro.
2 +
Calm
2
down.
doesn't equal
Calm
4?
down, bro. You're not making leftists look good. Calm down.
I don't give a fuck about your perception of leftists. I don't give a shit about y'all's perceptions in general. Your perceptions got this predator in the fucking Oval Office. I don't give a fuck about your perceptions, buddy. I don't care if you consider me an angry, black, degenerate fuck. It is irrelevant to me. Because if you guys can't see the issues in the President of the United States, you best
do you
believe
mean,
your
you guys?
positions on me is irrelevant to this conversation.
how do you
So
know
any
I'm a
case,
man?
I need you to substant. Oh, nice try. Oh, that was cute. That was a cute pivot. Yeah. So
How do you know I'm a
anyways,
man,
so
though?
anyways, can you tell me how Donald Trump
you
did
just
not
misgender
lie
me?
when he said we wouldn't pay the tariffs, and then we did?
I'm trying to answer, but you have to let
No,
me
you're not.
answer. Like, you can't.
You're not.
Do you want the answer? Or are you afraid of the answer? Like, I'll give you an answer. Just be calm and reasonable for 30 seconds. I know 10 seconds in, he's like, you trigger, 15 seconds, you trigger, just 30 seconds, 40 seconds, just calm down, take a deep breath, prepare yourself for like a 40-second answer, okay? Regular things. You deal with women, it shouldn't be too hard, right? Listen, bro, I am telling you that the consumer...
When I deal with women,
Oh,
and I would go on a date with the woman who spreads the stupid shit that you did, I would get up and leave, much like I'm about to do with this end button. Trump supporters request up in the box. You are the demographic of people I'd like to have a conversation with. If you're over on the tube side, you can call the number on screen, 737-295-5321. Like, I don't know. I legitimately did not know where else to go in that conversation. We wouldn't pay the cost of the tariffs. We did pay the cost of the tariffs. He didn't lie. What the fuck else do you do with that? Legit question. What else do you do with that?
Can you hear me?
Now I can, yeah.
Okay, fantastic. He just didn't want to admit. That he was wrong. Tariffs are inflationary. They're inherently inflationary, and especially the way in which Donald Trump has implemented them, because he wasn't using it as a tool; he was using it as a catch-all. So there's that part. There's that.
Yeah.
That was not fun.
Not at all. W's in the chat to Melanie for the $5 Venmo. Caller Def has a small peen. That part. W's in the chat to Steph for the Stephanie for the $5 Venmo. Asked that idiot why SCOTUS voted the IEPA didn't cover his blanket tariffs, and now corporations are getting a payback. I literally brought it up several times. He refused to address it. He just wanted to go over, I think this based off of this study. Well, Donald Trump's implementation clearly does not even align with that study, nor did it work based off the metrics that we saw last year.
I have a thank you.
Go ahead.
Shout out to Hannah. Hannah sent a $2 dono and said the L is soft in Norfolk. I'm from Norfolk. I know how to pronounce Norfolk. I was born and raised in Norfolk.
Y'all still on this?
Yep. Said much love from a fellow Virginian. P.S. I love when you get to saying, can we send requests? Sure.
Oh my goodness. Guys, there's 1,200 people in the live. I would greatly appreciate it if you guys got the likes up to 500,000. 500,000 in the next couple of minutes. Tonight may be the Millie night. Tonight may be another Millie night. Let's see if we can get 1 million likes, guys. On to this guy, Salad. We already know you voted for Trump, and I can take a wild guess and say that you don't regret your vote. So my question to you, because I'm just going to drag you fuckers into this shit now. Can you justify the President of the United States not signing an affordable housing bill into law after running off of housing affordability?
I think he's just using that as a political leverage for the SAVE Act, right?
Oh, fascinating. So you're telling me that the President of the United States is holding back on affordable housing for the average American after running off of decreasing it just to get a dead bill passed.
Kind of like how Democrats held off on, signing continuation of the government stuff in order to leverage that in order to get things they want, right?
Continuing what government stuff?
Like passing a continuation of the government spending and budget, right?
Oh my God.
Which ended up hurting a lot of people.
Oh, you mean to actually extend the ACA subsidies that the Republican Party allowed to lapse? You mean that?
Yeah,
holding
so
up that?
so they were they were actively hurting the people of the United States in order to leverage that and to get what they want, right?
You mean leveraging the fact that over 7 million Americans were at risk of losing their health insurance? And even more Americans were at risk of seeing their premiums increase if those subsidies weren't extended. And then what happened? Those subsidies weren't extended. So by the Republican Party specifically. So over 7 million Americans lost their health insurance, and even more saw their premiums jump up by over 114%. You mean like that? Because I want to know the SAVE Act not being passed, and Donald Trump, preventing housing affordability, this massive bill from being signed into law, right? Who wins here? Who wins with the SAVE Act? I want to know.
Well, he'll eventually sign it into law. I mean, I don't think that he's demonstrated that he's opposed to this bill. He's just waiting and using it as pressure to get another bill that he wants to sign.
Yeah.
Really?
That's what it seems like, right?
He has about 2 more days. He has until the 7th to actually sign it. If he doesn't sign it on the 7th, that bill is dead. So he has 2 days.
They have to resubmit it, right?
They can't resubmit it, Fran. They can't resubmit it. Do you know what a pocket veto is?
Pocket veto?
Yeah.
They can't resubmit a bill if it has been denied once? Is that what you're saying?
Exactly. They won't be able to resubmit that bill.
They'll actually
Can
have
we
to
change a
they'll
little
have,
bit and resubmit
that's
it?
what I was about to say. They'll have to change up stuff. But so you're okay with Donald Trump? Wait, you're okay with Donald Trump basically putting a halt to housing affordability? Is that what you're telling us right now? I just want to make sure that's what you're telling us.
If it is the case that he's just using this to get another bill of wants, that's fine. Like, whatever.
How is that fine when the SAVE Act is actually legitimately a bill that's not going to go through because they don't support it in the Senate at all? Like Republican senators are fully against it. Additionally, another thing is about 2 weeks ago, a federal judge actually told the Trump administration that the executive branch does not have the authority, the power, all right, or consent to control how a state conducts its elections. Therefore, the federal government cannot require people to show proof of citizenship to vote. That happened. So Donald Trump is doing all of this for naught. It's all for show. It's a poor power play by him is pretty much what it is, which is typical of him because Donald Trump doesn't know how to negotiate.
I mean,
So again,
that's all well and fascinating, but it's irrelevant compared to like the larger issues that I support him for, like with all the bigger policies that are going to have a bigger impact than anything that you've mentioned so far.
how is it irrelevant in regards to the Housing Affordability Act? Because wouldn't people being able to actually purchase homes help the economy? I'm trying to understand how is it irrelevant?
It's relevant compared to bigger things that are going to have bigger impacts on our economy.
Is it relevant or irrelevant? I'm trying to understand because you just said that it's relevant.
You understand relativity. So in terms of how it relates to larger,
what I'm saying is that you said two different things. At first you said it's irrelevant, and then you said it is relevant. So which one is it? I'm just trying to understand where you're coming from. That's all.
So relative to larger policy positions and larger strategic impacts, it is irrelevant. To me, it is irrelevant because I prioritize bigger things.
Like
you
what?
You are focusing on small things.
You think
I am
the Housing
prioritizing
Affordability Act
I am
is
prioritizing
small?
big things. So to me, it
You
becomes
think
irrelevant.
the 30-something%
why I
increase
support
of
Trump.
homes from the pandemic is irrelevant to the average American, 77 million of you specifically, who voted on him to bring down those costs? I put this up for a goddamn reason. This was at several rallies. Several rallies he touted this around. And then he walked it back talking about, I want to keep home values up. I want to keep home values up, and we're going to do it in a way to keep people who live in homes, keep their values high, and bring down the cost of other ones. As if that's even fucking possible.
Do you
So I love how you and other Trump
position here?
supporters are just coming out of the woodworks and straight up saying you basically don't give a fuck about all the things he said he was going to fix. When it came to inflation,
do you understand
oh,
my
I don't care about
position here?
inflation compared to what we're doing in Iran. Oh, I don't care about the housing bill compared to the SAVE Act. It's just crazy. How many other things is he not going to care about compared to his ridiculous policies that he's trying to get
Do
passed?
you understand my position here?
Your position is pathetic.
My
That's what I
position is that
understand.
I prioritize what? What do I prioritize here?
You allegedly claim to prioritize higher, other better policies or values, whatever the fuck, compared to affordability.
Okay, yes, more impactful and better policies.
Yes, got you.
That
Reducing the cost of
that
homes are
overshadow
not
that
impactful to
overshadow the
Americans.
things that you guys are talking about.
Got you. Yes. There's better
do you
policies that are
also
more impactful to
prioritize
the average
bigger-
American who voted for the number one reason being the high cost of everything. There are more impactful policies that Americans care about. That tracks.
Do you also
Can you name a
prioritize
policy,
more
please?
bigger policies? Do you also prioritize bigger
Can he do that?
policies?
It's not question and answer time for us. It's question and answer time for you. All right. The question is, all right, will you please name one of those policies that you care more about? Thank you. Now you get to answer.
Well, I would like to have an agreement on the premise that we both agree that we would prioritize.
I just want to know
bigger,
what your
more
policy
impactful
is.
policies.
I just want to know what
Can
your
we
policy
agree on
is.
this?
I just want to know what your policy is.
Okay, but we agree that
I
bigger
don't care
ones are
about your
more important.
agreements. I'm so sick and tired of Trump supporters coming up here and trying to get me to agree with something. You know those people, Erica? Do you condemn this? Do you agree with this? Can we at least do this? I just want you to get to the point. That's all. What is the policy that's more important than helping decrease the cost of homes by increasing the supply and demand and deregulating the market? Not market, but you know what I mean. What's more important?
Well, one thing would be the build out of AI infrastructure.
Oh my God. Sorry, Hector. Jesus fucking Christ, bro. No. That's actually going to destroy neighborhoods. That's literally contradictory.
It makes more and more sense why you guys don't answer simple questions every time. Every time.
Well, I mean, it makes a lot of sense that you would
centers-
laugh at that because you don't understand the implications of this technology and its impact on our world.
God.
I understand because you don't have a forward. Most Democrats don't have a forward-thinking mind. They only talk about now.
Anyways, W's in the chat to Rachel. Rachel, thank you so much for the $50 Venmo. You forgot to put this on King with the crown emoji. I think I'm gonna get me like a play crown. I'm gonna get me a play crown. I'm gonna wear it on the live just to piss the Trump supporters off. Thank you so much, Rachel, for your 50 W's in the chat to Rachel. W's in the chat to Rachel. I appreciate your support, guys. Best way to support the platform is going to be the links in the bio, and make sure we're taking care of Erica while she's here as well.
Like Rachel, let me say thank you to Rachel, please. All right, Rachel is my kind of lady. All right, you my kind of lady, Rachel. Shout out to Rachel for the $50 over on the Venmo. Said you forgot this, queen. Thank you, Rachel. Hector gonna get a crown, and I'm gonna get one too, right? And I'm just gonna wear it to piss him off too. I know. I think that'd be a good idea. Let me know where you get yours from, Hector, because that's what I'm about to do.
Really, I'm really about to take a look. 6,000%.
Hearts in the chat. Thank you, Rachel.
All right, back to this guy. You want to build out the AI infrastructure without the regulations so that we can go ahead and compete with China or whatever, right?
Well, more than just that, but I agree that yes, we need to accelerate it, and Trump uniquely put in policies to accelerate it beyond what his opponent would have done. And there's a lot of reasons. Can you imagine some kind of reasons that we might want to do this?
Yeah, I literally mentioned one of them in what I just said.
Well, what do you mean outcompete China? Like what are we?
To be able
why
to
do we need to
compete
beat
with
China?
China.
Yeah,
when
why
it
do we
comes
need
to
to beat
our
them
chip
to this?
manufacturing, when it comes to our security, when it comes to our defense?
Well, yeah, but how is AI related to that? Like, do you understand the implications of this?
We're literally using AI in the Department of War. There was a report that came out, what was it, last year? I think specifically in regards to Russia, they were looking at how to have AI-controlled manned drones to go into the region and scope it out and be able to even kill people on site to assess threats. There's several different ways that we're utilizing AI in our defense.
Okay, so that's a good reason. So you're saying it's a strategic defense necessity to accelerate this program, right?
No, I don't think that's a good reason at all. Specifically, the report that I was talking about, it was released that it may have killed people that were unrelated to the threat at hand. I do not agree with AI being able to assess what a threat is over a human being.
Oh, okay. So again, we're running into limitations. Do you understand the implications that AI is having on the advancement into quantum computing capabilities between both of these nations?
Stop asking me what I understand and just make your point. Holy fuck.
Okay, well, it's unlocking technological bottlenecks in the field of quantum computing that we've been dealing with for decades now, and that's the real reason that both nations are aggressively pursuing this AI infrastructure build out, because whoever gets to quantum computing first in a sustainable way is going to be the global superpower, specifically because it's going to be able to, like, a quantum computer can break every modern encryption that our defense networks use, or any networks for that matter use today. So if you had a country that has the ability to break all of our encrypted networks, we are done, flat out. So it's a national defense. It's a national defense necessity. You understand this, right?
Thank you, Erica, for the fireworks. I appreciate you. Speaking of gift galleries, guys, a great way to support Erica and I is to take a look at our gift galleries. If you click on my name in the top left corner, you're going to see B5. How the fuck we drop back down to B5? You're going to see the B5 gift gallery. There's a couple big gifts left in there. I ain't gonna lie. Do what you can. Do what you can. And if you click on her name and you go to the top left corner and whatever league she's in, she also has a few out. So if you want to help us out in that regard, it would be greatly appreciated. W's to you guys. We're almost at 500,000 likes, so please make sure you continue to double tap the screen. I want to see if we hit 1 million tonight. So I would love for you guys to super tap and see if we can get to a good 600K. 600K in the next couple of minutes, guys. I want to see you do it. I want to see you do it. I want to see you do it. Back to this guy. Yeah, God no one is negating the impact of AI or the way that we're going to be utilizing it for all the different reasons that you're talking about. The whole point of Democrats trying to curb it, specifically through regulations, is also to protect small communities, some of the rural communities even, where these data centers are being placed, or the amount of jobs that they are replacing. That is where the curbing from the Democratic Party is coming from, which the Trump administration seems to completely disregard when he passed the executive orders trying to stop states from being able to regulate AI as they see fit, thus going against state rights.
Yeah, I totally agree. The Democrat platform is actively trying to impose regulations that would massively slow down the production of this infrastructure build out, which would put us at a severe national security risk if China beats us to this. So yes, I agree with you.
Tell me what regulation would put us at a severe national security risk.
That's why I voted for Trump.
Tell me what regulation would put us at a severe national security risk.
Well, the EPA regulations that Trump, stamped down in order to get this thing rolling.
Tell me
just that would put
regulation would put the United States have the United States in a national security risk.
Any of the EPA regulations that would slow down an infrastructure.
So if you're to sit here and tell me that any and all of them would, then you'd be completely ignorant to what some of them specifically are, and then the impact that it would have without said regulation on Americans. So you're sitting here and telling me you don't give a fuck about how AI impacts you and I or people in these communities, and so long as it meets your overall agenda.
No, what I'm saying is that
okay then. So what regulation are you against?
Okay, I mentioned the EPA regulations that Trump specifically overturned.
Yeah.
There's a lot of water management permitting. There's a lot of local zoning and noise ordinances. There's a lot of them that massively slow down these build-out projects, which Trump specifically tamped down in order to accelerate the build-out of these projects.
Cool.
And
so you have an issue with the community speaking out against the noise that they would create in their areas. You have an issue with the facilitating of them put on the grid, specifically in places here like Texas, where even Greg Abbott has admitted how detrimental it could be to the residents here, and the additional costs that the citizens would be paying, footing the bill of these centers. That is what you're against regulating.
God bless you.
I'm not against the idea of things being too noisy and the local ordinances like that. That's not what I'm saying.
Those are the things that you mentioned specifically and how they were so burdensome on these centers. Those are literally what you cited.
Yes. What I'm saying is that a lot of these regulations, when combined together, can slow down a project like this, 5 to 7 years, which puts us at a massive disadvantage in the race. It's an active arms race with China, and I do not want to lose this arms race if it means sacrificing some local noise ordinances to not get completely overtaken by China.
Not you.
Then okay, yes.
So you're okay with citizens not being able to vote on their impact in their neighborhoods. That's what you're okay with. You're okay with superseding those regulations.
Did you understand the defense priority?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So I've heard you for the 4th or 5th or 6th time. You keep repeating the same thing. Thank you so much, Andy, for the fire pit blitzy. I'm just asking a simple question. So you're perfectly fine with citizens not being able to vote on or have any input on how these data centers impact their neighborhoods?
I am fine with surviving as a nation over those ordinances.
So yes, thank you so much. So I really wish you guys would just say that and just get straight to the point. We don't give a fuck about Americans. That's it. I just want you to say that. No. I just want you to say you don't give a fuck about Americans. I want you to say you don't give a fuck about the impact that these things have on local communities. You don't give a fuck about the increased cost of their energy. You don't give a fuck about the environmental aspects of it, how it could be contributing to making people more sick. You don't give a fuck about how it's bothering them at night with the noise that they would produce. None of that matters to you because the overall goal is national security.
No, that's not what I said. See, you're strawmanning my position here.
So I feel like if I repeatedly ask you if these things are important to you, and then you say national defense is more important, that's literally what the fuck you're saying. Oh my God.
Okay. Well, no. See, you see how two things can be important to someone, and something can be more important than the other. It doesn't mean that. It doesn't mean I don't
You give
care.
less fucks about those things.
Why are
Yes,
we doing
I
this?
care. I care more about our entire nation surviving and all of us surviving than about noise complaints. I do
Got you.
care about
So
impact on
regulations
local
that Democrats
community.
would put forward that these data centers, specifically in dry states like Arizona and Texas, and they have to have some of their own what's the word I'm looking for, water supply or otherwise, and not drain from the communities that may already be strained. That is less important to you than the overall national defense. Putting the bill, and having these corporations foot the bill for what they want to put in neighborhoods is bad.
Not
This
just
isn't just
if
noise
it was
complaints,
just national defense. I mean, maybe you're getting close to an issue here, but it's not just national defense. I mean, we're talking that's just the quantum computing aspect of this. It's also unlocking bottlenecks in fusion reactor technology, which has a potential energy output 4 times higher than nuclear fission reactors. Massively higher than any other form of energy, and 100%
Got you. And the
clean energy.
only way we can do any of those things is by deregulating the fuck out of it.
No, we need AI to break through these bottlenecks.
Oh my God, that's what
in these technologies. Yes.
Go ahead, Erica.
Okay, so it's a few different things here. Is that the noise that these data centers make? They're not just noise complaints. All right, like the persistent humming, and like the noises from the cooling fans and those generators and whatnot. They actually cause like chronic health issues like chronic insomnia, cardiovascular issues. Also, it spikes cortisol levels. It can lead to vertigo. So it's so much that they do, which is pretty much just sleep deprivation, and it's causing people's lifespans to be shortened. All right, the studies will come. So what you just basically said is that you're willing to risk people's lives in order for this AI, so that we could be, ahead of China. But the crazy part about you saying that is that the Trump administration actually gave our most advanced AI chips to the UAE. All right, Steve Witkoff brokered this deal right before Donald Trump took office in exchange for the UAE purchasing about $6 billion into World Liberty Financial, Donald Trump's crypto company. The one that I think is Don that actually heads that one. So that part, guess who the UAE is friends with? It starts with the C and ends in N.
Yeah, giving.
I want you to answer the question.
Okay.
Who is the UAE friends with?
They are friends with a lot of different countries, including us.
No, it starts with a C and ends in N. The one that you're so concerned about. If you don't want to say it, I'll say it for you. Also, who keeps making mouth noises?
It wasn't me. I actually didn't move my
Nobody's making mouth noises.
Oh.
Yay! 500,000 likes. Let's get it up to 600,000. WC, you guys. Keep double tapping the screen. Show the algorithm want to be here.
Any chips that we sent over to the UAE is going to have no impact on China's. It's going to have no impact on China's build out. No.
Why not? You don't think that the UAE could possibly give China some of those chips?
It doesn't matter if they have some of the chips, and it doesn't matter if they can reverse engineer some of the chips.
But I thought it was about.
It's a matter of you have to build the physical infrastructure. No, you have to build the physical infrastructure. It's not about.
China's already ahead of us on that.
China already has our chips. They've already stolen all of the intellectual property. They already have it. It's a matter of production supply lines. It's a matter of their infrastructure build out speed, which they don't care about regulations. I mean, they burn more coal for electricity than the rest of the world combined.
That's a lie. China has actually implemented some of the most advanced AI regulation, especially when it comes to the environment, in order to protect their country and to protect the neighborhoods that are surrounding these data centers.
No, they are actively over like superseding any regulations in order to build out these AI infrastructures as fast as possible. And then also they burn more coal than the rest of the world combined for electricity. So I'm not lying here. That's not a lie. That's just what China does.
I'll tell you what's crazy, Erica. Remember back in January when the U.S. tried to do a chip deal with China and NVIDIA to sell it to those approved firms, and then the Department of Commerce walked it back because of the loopholes back in June?
I know he
literally
was
last
lying.
month. Yeah, go ahead.
I knew he was lying because I thought so. So China actually does this thing where they are strict on the environmental impacts of the data centers. What they're trying to do is they're aiming for renewable energy supply to be at least 80% of the sector's power by 2030 is what they're trying to do. All right, and you can find this information at China-US Focus is where you can read about this. All right, and it pretty much goes over everything that China is doing at this current moment in order to ensure that these data centers have as little impact on the environment as possible. Because what China has done is that they learned from countries like Ireland, where what happened in Dublin is that people saw their electricity bills skyrocket, and they also saw their water supply decrease because of all the water and power that these data centers use. But the United States, on the other hand, we got to learn the hard way. So
yes, China is both simultaneously the number one polluter in terms of burning coal for electricity, and they are simultaneously the leader in green energy technology implementation. So two things can be true at the same time. Like I'm not. You can have both of these things happen at the same time. The difference is that I'm talking about specifically is that they don't have the regulatory barriers in the way that's preventing them from building these things out very quickly like we do. We have regulatory barriers
and they're still advancing.
They don't have the regulatory barriers that are as impactful and would slow them down as much.
80% renewable energy wouldn't be some type of regulatory barrier to you? 80% by 2030?
Yes, that's not slowing down their AI infrastructure.
It's not so much about slowing it down. It's the fact that it's there. Where if Democrats propose anything is near 20% here in the United States, you guys would say that's fucking outrageous. I'm just pointing out that an 80% goal by 2030, 4 years from now, we're awfully close. I would argue could be a significant barrier, but that doesn't change their advancements.
And regarding China's actual policy on this, one thing that Beijing did was in 2022 is they unveiled the East-West Computing Resources Transmission Policy. All right, and what they've done is because they know that these data centers use a lot of energy and they also take a lot of water to actually use. What they've done is that they have directed these companies to say that this infrastructure, these cloud centers, these cloud facilities, data centers, all of that jazz have to be built in like the western and northern regions, all right, of it. So that has to be places like Sichuan, I hope I pronounced that right, Inner Mongolia, Gansu, and Ningxia. No, I pronounced that wrong. All right, and the reason why they want those to be built in the northern and the western parts of China is because they are home to cooler climates and abundant wind and solar resources, which means that those areas can facilitate greener energy build out, enhance the supply and demand optimization. All right. So with that being said, amongst other things, all right, that's unlike in the US. So that actually is environmental policy right there. I want to let you know that. That's regulation right there. And then additionally, another thing is unlike the US where we're building data centers in the middle of the friggin' desert. I live in the middle of the desert. There's no reason that a data center should be built like 15, 20 miles away from where I live. It's the desert, okay? But the U.S. isn't doing that. We're just trying to build as much as possible without the regulation and trying to deal with the consequences later. And the consequences have already proven to be harmful, all right, to Americans. We can't have it. People shouldn't have to have low water pressure because of a data center. All right, people shouldn't have to pay hundreds of dollars more for electricity bills because of a data center. People shouldn't be incurring health issues because of a data center. It needs to be regulated, and the Trump administration isn't doing that. Fuck national security. We already have national security. Like, what are we doing?
Not to mention, you have China literally building AI data centers in the middle of the ocean. That's to help with cooling. They have something called the East Data West Computing Project, which is an initiative to ensure that it's not near highly populated areas. They do their best to put it far outside from average Americans. The Chinese population. They put it far fucking away. So they have significant regulatory barriers and they're still killing it. And you're now saying we can do it without the same regulatory barriers or even less regulatory barriers. And that's just What you're saying is not computing.
No.
W's in the
What I'm
chat to
saying-
S Dizzy for the $5 super chat. This guy is a terrible person. He don't care about how anything would affect people because computers. Put the data center at his crib. That part. That part. Yeah, you can have him. Put them all outside his house. W's in the chat to you. W's in the chat to you. I'm saying shh. W's in the chat to Ren for the $5 Venmo. I have ties to Ren Fair costume people. I'm happy to get one to you and Erica. Do you have a P.O. box? Oh, a crown? See, I would niggify my crown, though. There'd be a lot of purple in it. If you got something that's close to, let me know. Just message me. You have my Discord. Ren. W's in the chat to you. W's in the chat to Mark for the $5 Venmo. This caller doesn't understand that there doesn't need to be a quote-unquote race. We will survive even if we lose the AI race. All countries will have and use AI regardless of who wins, whatever that nonsense means. It's not worth the cost of our freedom or cost of living. I think there's somewhat little bit needs to be a race, especially with the way we continue to piss off other nations. So there's that. But to the degree that he's saying, not really. Not really. W's in the chat to you guys. The best way to support the platform is going to be the links in the bio. If you want to say hi to my cute face, support the platform. Please feel free to hit the links in the bio. Cash App, PayPal, Venmo. Please take care of Erica as well. Let's get her coins up and also make sure we're hitting up the links in the bio. Those of you on the tube side, you may send a super chat or a super sticker. Septic, you may respond.
Yeah, so I'm not saying that China doesn't have regulatory barriers in place. What I'm saying is that their regulatory barriers delay projects by 6 to 18 months, whereas ours, prior to Trump, delayed projects 3 to 7 years. You see how in a race, it can be problematic when you have that kind of disparity.
Okay.
So that's what I'm saying. You can like grandstand and say what all the barriers are, but the point is that theirs cost less time to them than ours do.
Okay. What
and so I'm glad
makes
that Trump increased
what makes the average time
of delay
3 to 7 years? Is there regulatory barriers we can do away with without causing harm to the communities they would negatively impact? There's good deregulation and then there's bad deregulation. The Trump administration doesn't seem to want any regulations at all. I want to quickly read over this, and this is what Greg Abbott had to request last month because of the impact that it was having in the state. He's the one who put out these sweeping recommendations. Requiring new facilities to add power generation to the state's power grid. Those of you who don't know how Texas power grid works, it's fucking ass. Putting these data centers in there without the AI data, the corporation having to eat the costs of what it would take for what they're pulling is ridiculous. Requiring data centers to pay for their own grid interconnection and infrastructure costs. Mandating the use of closed-loop water systems, which draw a large amount of water at the start, but reuse it over some period of years. Require annual reporting by all data centers on electricity and water use, establishing best practice standards to address community concerns like noise, and repealing data center sales tax exemptions and other outdated or unnecessary incentives for data centers. The Texas Tribune reported earlier this year that the state is poised to lose $3.2 billion in sales tax revenue over the next 2 years because of a sales tax exemption. Would you consider anything that I just mentioned there a regulatory barrier?
Sure, why not?
Sure, why not? So none of those things is something that you would support.
I support whatever is going to, provide maximum balance that is also going
You're
to...
really bad at answering simple yes or no questions. So you would support none of these regulatory barriers?
Not if they slow down our projects 3 to 7 years.
Okay. So I want to say it again. You don't give a fuck about people.
No.
You don't give a fuck about people.
See, if you would listen, you would understand.
If you would listen, no. You want the U.S. to
instead
look
of
big and
interrupting,
powerful
yeah,
and strong. You want us to have the best weapons, the best everything else, so we can able to continue to imperialize across the rest of the country. That's what you want. And I just wish you fuckers would say it. I just wish you fuckers would say it. What are we doing?
Because
AI first. Not America first. AI first. That's a good one.
No. Now, if you listen for a second, I can explain to you how that's completely
gonna listen to you
opposite
go right back in a circle again. Go ahead.
Okay, so in addition to the national defense, mandate regarding quantum computing and the race towards that, and the arms race with China, besides that, it's also helping unlock bottlenecks in nuclear fusion technology. Which I mentioned earlier.
Look at you repeating yourself again.
And hold on. Hold on,
Wow.
Andy. What are the
So I don't
implications?
care
Hold
for
on.
you to
Hold
sit
on,
here
listen.
and repeat
Wait,
how much you
wait,
don't care about the
wait.
regulatory barriers that protect Americans, their input on how these data centers impact their sleep, their
Wait.
health, their wallets,
Okay.
and everything else. I don't care for you to go in circles to say the same shit we don't care about. Over here, we prioritize people who make up the nation that you want to protect with this AI revolution. That's the part you guys keep
want me to start at the
conveniently
end
leaving
first,
out of
then?
the conversation.
Okay, I'll start.
The
I'll start at the
people
end.
here in the United States make up the America that we're trying to protect, and the people should have a say in how that shit impacts them within reason. You don't care for the reason. I just brought up a red state, Texas, and a red ass government who welcomed in this AI ramping up here in the state of Texas and is now seeing the impact and asking for regulations. We already passed a bill specifically last year, I believe it was June or July, giving out the framework, the starting framework for some of these regulations. He's now asking for more because of what it's doing. And you don't care.
Okay, AI equals infinite water. There you go. I'll start at the end. Do you want me to explain how? Infinite drinking water. Do you want me to explain how, or what? Or do you think that infinite water is bad for humans?
Go ahead.
Okay, thank you. So in addition to the arms race, it is also unlocking bottlenecks in nuclear fusion technology, which is a 100% clean energy source, which is 4 times more potent than nuclear fission, and it can be housed in a much smaller footprint than a nuclear fission reactor with much less danger. And the implications of having that much output of energy in terms of being able to desalinate water, mind you, nuclear fusion runs on the most abundant resource in the universe, which is hydrogen, right? So if we have that power output, we can desalinate enough water to reverse desertification. We can turn the Sahara Desert into a lush forest. We can provide all the water that you want to drink. You want to drink a bunch of water? You want people to have clean water access all over the world? So do I. But we need to break that technological barrier, which is AI is doing.
Chat, let's play a little game. Put a 1 in the chat if you had no idea that AI can help with all those things that he mentioned. Put a 2 in the chat if you did. Put a 1 in the chat if you had no idea AI can do all of those things. Put a 2 in the chat if you did. I just want to see something really quickly. Put a 1 in the chat if you knew AI could do that. Put a 2 in the chat if you did. I'm actually disappointed at all the ones that I'm seeing from friendlies.
Looks
I'm
like a
actually
bunch of
very
ones and twos
fucking
and threes.
disappointed with you guys. I'm glad you learned something today, but I'm actually very disappointed in that. Not my YouTube being better suited for this. Not my YouTube getting all the 2s. Not my YouTube putting all the 2s. Bro, YouTube is GOP as fuck. That's crazy. So anyways, every fucking thing you just said is things that we already know. We're aware how AI has led to several advancements, including in the medical field, that we've seen over the last 2-3 years specifically. No shit, Sherlock. No one's denying the importance of AI. No one's denying its significance in solving some of the issues that we have. Okay? Not a single fucking person. I love how what you're saying isn't necessarily something that I would argue the majority of these corporations spearheading AI and its development here in the United States give a fuck about, but that's a separate conversation. Not to mention, we can do all of those things with AI, not at the cost of the group of people that we are trying to save. Not at the cost of the group of people that we're trying to keep hydrated, not the cost of the groups of people that we don't want to be exposed to any unnecessary side effects from the ramping up of its production in these regions. We can do all of that with regulations. That's it.
We're going to get there faster. We're going to get to that post-scarcity society faster if we accelerate the build-out. So I want to get there faster because I want to deal with these issues as quickly as possible. The environmental issues, I want to have enough energy to engage in carbon capture in our atmosphere in a way that reverses a lot of, greenhouse gas problems. right? I want to desalinate a bunch of water. I want to reverse desertification. I want to fix our environment as fast as possible.
But
and that would be
but
even
here's
if
the
we didn't have
thing.
to do it because of China's competition.
Here's the thing. So like the thing is that there has to be regulation and policy in place. I think that's the only thing that Hector and I have been trying to get across to you. All right, because most of the stuff that you talk about thus far has been like hopes and dreams when it comes to these processes and like the benefits of AI, right? So what has the Trump administration actually done? All right, in regards to regulation or in regards to policy that is actually, putting money towards these processes like desalination, desalination of our water systems, like reverse osmosis, right? So, like, just something. I'm trying to think of something.
Yeah. So in terms of his proactive policy positions in the AI infrastructure build out, what he's done is he's given like corporations a 100% like tax write-off on qualifying AI infrastructure projects, and he's maintained he continued the lower corporate tax rate, which allows these corporations to have the financial means to invest in, like,
But there's
the
no
private investment into these projects.
regulation. But there's no regulation in place to act. There's like no oversight in place to ensure that they're actually working towards what it is that you're talking about.
Thank you for 600K.
Which is actually helping us get to the infinite water supply. All right, they get a tax credit to build, but
Yes.
where's the tax? Where's the incentive to actually do what it is that you said that they are supposed to be doing? This infinite water supply. Like infinite drinking water. Like, where's the incentive there?
Well, the incentive with the company specifically isn't to do these things. That doesn't matter in terms of the infrastructure build out necessary to, like, we need the infrastructure in order to break through these bottlenecks. The company itself doesn't have to be the one. They're not the physicists that are breaking through these bottlenecks and utilizing the technology. The physicists who are developing our nuclear fusion grid implementation, those are the ones who need access to these resources in order to break these bottlenecks and in order to create a viable fusion.
But wasn't
solution.
My question is, what has the Trump administration actually done? And all you did was tell us that he gave them a tax break to build these things.
Yes.
That doesn't
specifically for those things.
But no. To build the data centers, building the data centers doesn't actually help in regards to the desalination process. The data centers are just the ones. What is it that they're doing? I was reading here. I want to make sure I get this right. All right, it's just that the technology that AI technology, all right, can simultaneously actually drive these advancements in the processes, but building the data centers doesn't actually help do that. Does that make sense?
No, the data centers are how we have the processing power to overcome a lot of these obstacles. So every single issue, like a fusion reactor, will likely need a massive amount of AI infrastructure just to have the computational ability within the center itself to maintain like the magnetic field of the fusion reactor. But in addition to that, like we need you need the physical hardware built out in order to run these computations. They don't just exist. You can't just run these computations out in middle, like in the ether. That's not how AI works.
But the thing is that the Trump administration actually isn't doing anything to help this process along. Unlike with the Biden administration, they actually like passed policy. All right.
I just told you how that he helped them.
No. The tax cut doesn't. It just helps them to build. There's no one looking over their shoulder, making sure that they're going to do it. I think that's what you're missing. That's what you're missing.
All it is these other good things are going to be a byproduct. That's it. That's your entire argument. It's going to be a byproduct.
It's going to be like, it's going to happen because of this, but that's not a guarantee. Whereas with the Biden administration, they had actual policy in place via the infrastructure law. All right, do you remember the infrastructure bill?
There's the infrastructure bill and the CHIPS Act. I would say the CHIPS Act is probably more relevant to this in terms of reshoring the chip manufacturing and the reshoring of the chip
We're not
manufacturing.
even talking about reshoring chip manufacturing. I don't know where you're going there for, but
Yeah, the chips and
actually,
Science Act.
if I could finish for just a goddamn moment, thank you very much. I'd appreciate it. Thank you. All right. Just reading here and making this all make sense and bringing it back. All right, via the infrastructure bill, what they did is that they actually had targeted desalination grants, and what they did is they opened up tens of millions of dollars in specific funding rounds for desalination construction projects. All right, they dispersed millions of dollars to municipalities in Southern California and other arid regions. All right, so those dry places to build or expand facilities capable of treating ocean water or brackish groundwater, which is the salty stuff. All right, and they also diversified local supplies. And what they did is that they took a preference for using the salt water desalination over ocean desalination. All right, so again, they actually had policy in place that would help it to actually spur that market. All right, so that these people could actually build that type of infrastructure, whereas the Trump administration is just saying, hey, we're going to give you some more money, companies, big corporations, Microsoft, Google, Amazon, whatever. We're going to give you a bunch of money in order to build these things. But you know what? Whatever happens after you build them, whatever, that's what they're doing. They're not actually, there's no oversight to ensure that those processes actually take place. Does that make sense?
Okay, I think I understand what you're saying. So you're saying that Biden was investing specifically into desalination plants.
Yeah, because that's going to help us with that infinite drinking water.
Yeah. So I understand your position here.
Okie dokie.
But the problem with that is that most desalination plants are not economically viable because the cost of energy to run those desalination plants is more than they output, right? So it's at a cost. They're not operating at a profit. They're operating constantly at a loss. But with fusion energy, they will operate at a operating surplus. You see, so that's the distinction here. Is that yes, okay, it's nice the government is giving money for the plants or whatever, but it's at a cost. And what I'm saying is that Trump's policies are going to be putting us in a position to operate these things at a surplus. And if things are operating at a surplus, then you're going to have more private investment into those businesses. So you're going to be businesses that will be like, oh wow, this is a profitable business. I'm going to build a desalination plant. I'm going to build a desalination plant. That's how that works.
Biden also advocated for nuclear fusion, right?
We also
I'm not saying he didn't advocate for it. My specific position is that Trump is accelerating it beyond what Kamala would have done.
That's conjecture, though. That's you doing a hypothesis. We can only go by what they actually did. And I'm not going to speak in a hypothetical about something what Kamala would have done. I think that's crazy. I think that's crazy work.
Everyone whenever they vote for a candidate, everyone engages in the conjecture about the long-term impacts of the candidate. So when Kamala was saying that she was going to
advocate for,
when Kamala was saying that she was going to advocate for increasing the corporate tax rate to 28%, which would have pushed our effective corporate tax rate up to 33 to 35 or something like that. What the impact of that would have been much less private investment into these projects. That it's not conjecture. It's just that the corporations would have had less money to invest in these projects.
Corporation would have cried about a 7% increase. Yay. Several proposed and under construction AI data centers are located above or adjacent to the, I'm going to butcher this pronunciation, Jana, the Ogallala Aquifer? I don't fucking know how to say that.
Ogallala Aquifer.
Ogallala Aquifer. This massive underground reservoir, which stretches across 8 states and underpins about a fifth of U.S. agricultural production. AI Data Center reporting project highlights that facilities are heavily clustering in drought-prone parts of Texas and Wyoming, raising severe concerns over cumulative impacts on the already stressed aquifer. Yeah, I can speak to that heavily here in fucking Texas. I absolutely can. And I did make sure I took care of Wesley. Wesley, you should be modded. I'm about to get this other person here now. Over there. W's in the chat to W's in chat to Hannah for the $5 Venmo. Call if you lost your mind if you think that is what they'll actually use AI to do that for. Was it the Nestle CEO who said water shouldn't be a right? Bezos just says humans are drinking too much water. Did Bezos fucking say that?
Yeah, he did.
Holy shit. Hold on, I'm about to look that up in a second. W's in the chat to you, Hannah. W's in the chat to... W's in the chat to... Fuck. Thank you for the 10. W's in the chat to Sarah for the $5 PayPal. Get your data centers away from my Great Lakes. That part. W's in the chat to Gucci for the 10, and Gucci just sent the boot. W's in the chat to y'all. I had no idea that Bezos said that. Hold up. Hold on. I need context. You liberals are lying on Bezos.
Bruh.
Give me a second. You liberals are lying on Bezos. Give me a second. I don't believe you.
I just spent like the last 10 minutes trying to put a Lego piece on, but it doesn't even go that way. And I had dismantled my whole friggin' thing to make it easier, but it doesn't even go that way. Oh, fudge sickles. I tell you, these Legos.
This is satire.
Is it real?
This is satire.
Okay, good.
He never said this.
I saw it on Instagram.
Viva Tech. I can't prioritize returns.
Never ever give Hector an invalid source. It will piss him off in real time.
The quote was, Bezos also said that in order for AI to reach that potential, certain resources must be allocated and prioritized for the technology rather than for human consumption. AI data centers' use of large quantities of water has been a point of contention and concern for many people around the world. But Bezos argued, quote, we have to look at the macro picture of our planet's future, end quote. However, the quote was fake and was first shared by a satirical outlet.
Ooh,
This was on. So it was cited that he said this at the Paris Tech Conference. His entire thing's available on YouTube. Not a single quote correlates to that. The post originated off of Facebook.
Oh man.
Well, and even if that was a real quote, the quote doesn't even say that it's talking about water consumption. He's talking about AI, human consumption of consumption of AI, not of water. So it would have been irrelevant either way.
So, sorry guys, I lost track of this here. So guys,
hoping he was an evil villain.
This is to you guys. This is to my people, the people who vote like me. I need you to start looking up shit before you say it. Okay? Thankfully, I fact check things before a combined over 900 people went around and spread that misinformation. Misinformation and disinformation is the reason that we're in the shithole that we are now. Take it seriously. I love y'all, but fucking read. That's all.
God bless you. I told my mom the other day that I was going to start checking her phone history.
What? What you mean checking your phone history? Who the fuck is yelling?
Bubba.
Oh my God.
He playing video games upstairs with his friend.
That man is in it deep.
Yeah.
I was like, goodness gracious.
You hear him? Good gosh, John. Good grief.
So anyways, what was the last thing you said? You said even if he did say that, what?
Oh, in that quote, the fake quote, like even if he did say that quote, he was talking about. It sounded like he was talking about human consumption of AI technology rather than human consumption of water. So either way, it would have been irrelevant.
No, that's literally not what I just read.
But I think
doesn't
the last
matter.
thing you
satirical,
said before,
but it's not what he said. It was literally about prioritizing the use of water, not for consumption, but for AI revolution.
Oh well, that would be a similar position to what I'm talking about.
No,
is like
what you just said and what I just said are two different things. You said AI consumption versus the water consumption, the priority. Am I missing something here? AI's consumption of water prioritized over human consumption, not we consuming the AI.
Okay, I mean, it is a fake, but it doesn't matter anyway.
Yeah,
I'll just
he was
I'll just
faking. He
concede
was
that
still
whatever.
misquoting.
Yeah, I'll concede
Holy shit.
we'll concede whatever you're saying, but I just heard it wrong maybe.
Got you. Cool. So there would have been, I guess, some leaning or inclination or evidence to support the claim that AI may have been slowed down a tad due to Kamala Harris and the Democrats wanting more of a regulatory framework that would protect citizens. 6,000%.
Yes.
I would just give you that off the top. But to say then it would have been continued to be slowed down for 3 to 7 years, even though AI overwhelmingly is supported by Democrats as well, that is something that we cannot articulate. That is something that we can't substantiate at all. And then overall, we're just going to care more about people. This is just going to be you repeating the same stuff. Also, we know what the majority of AI is used for. And it's not for those aspects of protecting the climate or anything else that you would mention, especially considering that the Trump administration would have literally defunded many key departments that would have utilized AI for our environment, for figuring out these bottlenecks, so on and so forth. So you touting around the good things that AI can do doesn't change the fact that that's not the administration's priority. The majority of AI that we've seen so far is just used for like business automation, like personal assistance. Every fucking phone line that you call into for some customer service, you got to get through a bot to get through an actual person. That's where we've seen AI heavily concentrated in, not solving the food crisis, solving the water crisis, figuring out how we can attack climate change. Those are the things that the Trump administration does not support and actively defunded with the big beautiful bill for starters. So you're saying a lot of the cool things. You're saying a lot of good things that's going to make even those of us go, okay, well, that's good. But that's not how it's being applied. Trump is not caring about those.
Yeah, there are multiple, like you said, in terms of automation and manufacturing. Like there are a lot of aspects of this too. So yes, we are treating AI simultaneously as our national defense strategy, our path towards quantum computing, and simultaneously as a inelastic export item. So like if we are the only dogs in the fight with all the advanced models that massively improve manufacturing plants and their automation capabilities, then what we do is that we treat that as an inelastic export that we sell to these companies and brings in money to the United States from anyone for overseas. And we also are trying to lock them into our infrastructure, because like we still largely operate as a kind of a service economy. So yeah, there's a lot of different aspects to this that are happening simultaneously. In addition to, yes, of course, the long-term outcome of this is going to be these massive changes similar to the Industrial Revolution in terms of like pushing us towards a post-scarcity society. And for a good example is in 2024, Google's AlphaFold 2 essentially won the Nobel Prize in chemistry, because humans had been trying to map the structures of every protein on the planet, and they've been working on it for 60 years, and in that 60 years they got through 150,000 of these things. And then this AlphaFold 2 came in and did the remaining 200 million essentially overnight. So in terms of like the medical applications of this and our ability to identify and treat all known diseases by having a detailed map of their protein structures is going to be a massive impact to the direct health of humans all over the planet and our ability to survive diseases and anything else. So there's just a lot going on.
Things we've already been using AI for, or program AI to tackle, well under more stronger regulatory frameworks. That's what you're saying.
But we need to accelerate it more, is what I'm saying. Is that we have to get there faster to get to the other things that I'm talking about, in addition to the obvious national defense strategy against China. So we have to accelerate it, and I agree with you that Democrats would have slowed it down. And we can talk about how much increasing the corporate tax rates would have slowed private investment into it. We can talk about how much the regulatory barriers would have slowed this down. I think that Kamala would have maintained all EPA regulatory barriers that were in place, and that would have slowed this down years. So,
Nope. Kamala Harris supported deregulation, actually. It's substantiated several policies for 2024.
Exactly.
It's just for me.
That's me internally. W's in the chat. Erica, this is literally Erica. For the $20, final $20 in the drop pool. For the love of Black Jesus. Also, some knock out my gift gallery for me. Thank you.
No, what I meant was I did a typo. Someone please look at my gift gallery and send something awesome. Also, thank you for the love thus far. It would really help. It would totally help. All right, if you just take a look at the gift gallery and knock out something there. If it has multiple like if you have to send multiple of them, then that means you got to send all of them. So like,
what do we have left in your gift gallery?
Big. Let me see. God, that.
Oh God, damn, Erica, shit.
Oh well, I don't look at that stuff, Hector. I did get 2 super crackers though, which was cool.
Super crackers is wild.
I go up to the Interstellar, which I think is, I go to the Interstellar. Anything else after that, I'm like, oh my God, that's a lot. All right. But like the fireworks, the meteor shower, flying jets, Future City, and an Interstellar.
Really quickly, I just want to, I really hope everyone understands what just happened there. What just happened there? It's the little carrot on the stick, right? Oh, well, of course we can agree that helping solving the water crisis is good, right? Of course we can agree that helping, fix some of these diseases that are plaguing the United States is good, right? Of course we can agree that all these things are, right? So let's go ahead and give the massive tax cuts to the richest and 1% who aren't even financing or innovating in those key industries that I'm making excuses for AI for. Let's go ahead and say that all these regulatory barriers are going to significantly slow us down, even when a place like China, with infinitely more than us, is seeming to find a way to do it just fine. Still doing the data centers, they're just not putting it in neighborhoods. Still doing the data centers, they're just requiring them to foot the bill. All these things are happening already in China, but let's continue to do it because of all these good sounding things. There's a term, there's a saying for that, Eric, and I cannot fucking remember what it is. There's like a saying for it. Is it sleight of hand? What is the fucking saying for that? Hey, thank you, dearest Amanda. Thank you guys so much. Please make sure you do what you can to help out her gift gallery, and feel free to check out mine as well. But I want to prioritize hers because I actually have more things knocked out in mine than she does. W's in the chat to you, Amanda. W's in the chat to you, Jacqueline. Thank you so much. I appreciate y'all. But it's just, here's this thing. This thing is good, and we're going to use this to try and hide or umbrella the entirety of what the AI race is really about, which is none of those things, actually. Yeah, I can't disagree with the fact that the ramping up of AI is going to help in those industries. It absolutely is, sure. But that's not going to be the priority. And then we have to put investments into those areas. And when the Trump administration fires those departments, cuts those departments, they don't have that AI that AI structure to pull from to continue to do their jobs. Also, again, Kamala Harris supported deregulation. Key deregulation in areas that's going to help. It is what it is. Anyway, W's in chat to Wesley for the $5 super chat. That song is my new jam. I don't know how to dance to it, but it always pumps me up. Much love to everyone who's confused as to what that is. One of the drop songs that we play is Jimmy Barnes Screaming. That's what that was.
Oh, well, you gonna start playing Bubba Screaming? Good grief! It boy be having a time.
What game is he playing?
The Star Wars battle game, whatever it's called.
God damn!
Thank you, Amanda. Thank you so much. Thank you. You gonna start playing Bubba Scream? That's how I feel internally when that guy was speaking. Like, shush up.
Ooh, guys, imagine a world where the Kamala Harris administration won, Harris Waltz, and then they would have passed their own version of maybe a big, beautiful bill. And a sector of that bill is a tax incentive and a tax break specifically to scientists, researchers, environmentalists who are working on behalf of increasing our water supply, who are working on behalf of negating the negative impacts of climate change, who are working on behalf of fixing some of the plagues that will plague our food. Fixing the plagues that plague our food to increase our food supply. Imagine if there were targeted tax incentives to help revolutionize the fucking way we tackle all those key things that he talked about. Imagine if we had something like that also said, hey, let's not put this in this neighborhood to mess with this person. Do as many as you like. Just foot the bill and don't put it near people. Imagine those regulatory barriers. Wouldn't that have been better? That's literally why I kept saying he doesn't give a fuck about people. You don't. Because there's a way you can incentivize all those good things that you mentioned without just blanketly giving every single corporation that invests in AI, mostly for their own profit and shareholders, tax cuts. That's it. Or put it near conservatives. Goddamn. That's it. That's all I ask. Friendly reminder that specifically when it comes to home building, Kamala Harris offered on her 82-page document, New Way Forward for the Middle Class, key incentives and tax breaks to contractors that built affordable homes to help ramp up the production. Many of the provisions in her plan is now in the 21st Century Road to Housing Act that was signed bipartisanly by Congress. No one's saying we can't do both. We should just be smart about it. Actually, at this point in time, we're not doing both. All those things he mentioned, we're literally not doing both. That's it. That's all. W's in the chat to Wesley.
I fell.
Did you fall? What?
The phone.
Oh, you about to scare me. I'm like, I don't know if you can survive a fall. No offense.
That is true. I am old and my joints, they don't work like they used to before. Okay? Shush up, Hector.
She about gave me a heart attack. She about gave me a heart attack, yo. W's in the chat to Wesley for the $5 super chat. I was curious and looked it up. No one is saying AI is necessary for us to advance fusion reactors. At most, they say it may help, but we don't need it. Well, it's like this, Wesley. Thank you for your 5. It's like this. AI is going to help with everything. AI can and will help with everything. Off the bat, we know this. No one's denying how it's aiding some of these key industries that we utilize. No one's denying that. It's more so, why does it have to be at the cost of the people we're trying to protect? That's my contention. So it's like, all the things you're saying is good and all, but what's going to be left when we're done?
That part. Like, we're not going to have any human beings left, so who do we really protect? I feel like we're living in a Terminator.
Yeah.
Remember that? But thank you, Mark, for the 5. Mark said, if we lose the AI race, whatever that means, how does that prevent us from getting any of the advances the caller is suggesting? That's a good point. Yeah. That's a good point. So it's like we're willing to risk human lives in order to be first.
Notice what he opened up with national security. Remember that. Yep. He didn't open up with all that other shit. He opened up with national security. Mm-hmm. Same rhetoric they used to justify what the Trump administration is doing to immigrants. National security. Yep. Same rhetoric that we're using to justify kicking millions of hardworking Americans off of the benefits that they pay into, right? It's to eliminate waste, fraud, and abuse. Same excuse that we use to justify Doge taking sensitive voter data information, social security information, and having one of their individuals specifically put that shit in a hard drive and sell it to a bidder abroad. Well, we have to get rid of same shit. Same shit. Same shit. That part. You guys like to say good things, but then some of us actually know what the fuck's happening behind the scenes. What are we doing? Anyways. If you're not following me, hit that follow button in the top left corner. We are live every Saturday after 3 p.m. CST and randomly throughout the week. Also, make sure we're sharing out the live with our friends and family. Repost and add it to your story. Send your daily heartbeats if you haven't already. If you follow me, you can send a daily heartbeat and you get access to a couple cool stickers when you did. When we played Jimmy Barnes Screaming, we have stickers specifically for that drop song, and there it is. That's Jimmy Barnes Screaming. Right there. If you like access to those stickers, just $1 a week. That's all it is. Thank you guys for sending your daily heartbeats. Let's knock out the gummy bears. We have 95 more of those to go. Continue to boost us out in the FYP. And then links in the bio. We haven't done a full PSA in a hot minute. Links in the bio are going to be the best ways to support the platform. Please make sure you're following me on social media, such as YouTube that we're doing streaming to right now. Bless you. Thank you, Amanda. What's up, Amanda? Hope you're doing well. I responded to your message, by the way. Or Instagram, where I post the same videos that I put up here. Join the Discord community. We are over 750 members strong. This coming week, we're going to be working on knocking out Sister Act 1 and 2 for movie nights. Remember, the Discord is free. Please feel free to join. Thank you, Zoe. I'm wrong.
Ooh,
Zoe.
Hector,
yes.
May I do a pluggable also?
Yeah.
Okay, guys. So pretty cool thing if you're a part of my Discord, which I know a lot of you are. is that we're finally going to do the Star Wars movie. Shauna said it's going to be A New Hope. So what that means is you have to be in the Discord and you have to vote on when we're going to watch the movie, okay? So get in the Discord and vote on when we're going to watch the movie. All right, I don't want anyone coming to me saying, you know what, I didn't know there was a poll, blah, 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 blah. I'm telling you right now, get in there, vote. Let's go, all right? That's it. That's all I want to say.
Don't boo, vote.
Don't
that part.
boo. He's like Obama.
Where did I last leave off at? HectorShops.com with 2 R's. HectorShops.com with 2 R's, where you can get all the merchandise that you see before you, except this one. This is an older edition of the 10 Commandments. I have a newer one with the badge and everything else. Also things from the Make 2 + 2 = 4 again, or Kamala with Never line. Erica also has her shop available as well at ericaeffect.com. So please make sure you're checking that out if you'd like to get yourself a piece of loud lefty merch. And then finally, best way to support is going to be the links in the bio. If you just want to do a direct donation to support the platform, say hi to my cute face, send a message, please feel free to do so. Cash App, PayPal, Venmo. Hector Talks with 2 R's and Cash App and Venmo. PayPal, Hector Pal with 2 O's and 2 R's. And if you're over on the Tube side, hit the like button on the stream, subscribe and turn on notification bells if you like everything that we're doing here. Oh shit, we just hit 5,000 subscribers.
Hey, let's
All right.
go.
5,000 subscribers on YouTube. W's to the YouTubers. Thank you guys so much. If you want to support the platform, super chat, super sticker, or consider becoming a member. You may also subscribe to the Discord. You may also become a super fan here on TikTok. I hate super fan. Don't do it. It costs too much. You get less perks. With that being said, please make sure we're taking care of Erica as well. I want to see if we can get Erica up to... Ooh! I want to see if we can get Erica up to 20K coins tonight. Can we get Erica up to 20K coins?
In the future city.
And do it in her gift gallery, if you can. Do it in her gift gallery.
Please.
Please do that.
Mama's begging. I'm sorry. it just helps with the algo, and that's the most important thing about these TikTok streets.
It does help a ton.
That algo.
Absolutely. And then, of course, her links are available in the bio as well for her other social media platforms, direct donations, websites, so on and so forth. With 590 people here, I want to see if we can do it. Hold on. I want to see if we can have a commitment before I invite the Trump supporters to call in again. Okay? Can we... With the about 600 people that we have left here, do you think we can hit 1 million likes?
You can hit 1 million likes. You're 300,000 away. Get to tap in.
I will only stay live if we hit 1 million likes. If we have a committed group of people here in the TikTok live that can tap their ass off and get me to 1 million likes, I'll stay. Okay? Can we do it? Can we do it? Oh shit, this guy's been the request for a minute. My bad. He's probably not here anymore. Trump supporters don't have patience, so I doubt he's here.
Oh, this one does.
Trucker, did you vote for Trump? I'm here. Let me stretch real quick. W Gucci. Not you waiting that whole time in the request just to leave.
I think that was a whatchamacallit. I can't recall the word right now. A mistake.
How you getting there if you don't stay? Here's what I do. Actually, here's exactly what we're going to do. We're going to put a short-term goal, and this is going to tell me you guys mean business. I'm going to give you guys 15 minutes. It's 7:25. I'm going to give you 15 minutes until 7:40 p.m. to get up to 800K. If we get up to 800K in 15 minutes, that means we can absolutely hit 1 million. That is y'all's incentive. Use all the fingers you can. Double tap the screen. 15 minutes to get up to 800K, then I'll believe you. Otherwise, I'm out. All right? Can you handle this caller while I pee?
Sure.
Call from.
Okay.
Hi, caller. Are you a Trump supporter? Hello? Oh, they hung up. Can't do anything with that. Well, I guess it's the Erica show now, and I got a burrito on my head. Shout out to Taylor for the $3.33. Taylor knows I like a good angel number. She said, or they said, because I don't know your pronouns. Erica, you are cracking me the fuck up. Is that a burrito wreath around your face? Yes, it is. I can't. Ha, 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 ha. Yes, it is. All right. So, guys, keep doing all of the good things. Keep tapping the screen. Keep sharing and reposting the live. All right. Also, additionally, by all means, go ahead and if you're a Trump supporter, request up. That means that if you're over on a TikTok, look at the bottom of your screen and turn the blue and pink person gray. And if you're over on the tube, call the number on your screen. All right. Let's see here. Trump supporters request up. Hector bites. I don't. So request. Please don't say that Hector has defeated all of the Trump supporters, because if he has, then it just means that I'm going to have to sing again. And you all don't want that to happen. So, the fuck are we doing here? I can't answer the phone while Hector is peeing. I don't have access to that. You're going to have to wait, caller. I forgot. You got to be on TikTok. I can't do anything about the call. My bad. Thank you, Maya. I like my singing too. My son said, so you convince yourself that you sound good. Oh, that boy's a hater. Absolute hater. Can't believe it. So I guess no one's calling in or requesting up. It means I can sing. Any requests? Where's Ashley? Oh, there you go, Ashley. Hi, Ashley. Ashley, what you want to hear me say? You want to hear me saying some Marvin Sapp? Never would have made it. Never would have made it without you. I would have lost it all.
Erica.
But now I see what?
Why would
How you were there for me.
Why would
and I
somebody
can
wait
say,
until I literally have to be off the screen to call in? Why would somebody do that?
I don't know. I did tell them to call the number because out of habit, and they called. I'm like, well, I can't answer the phone.
Call from.
Never would have made it.
Caller, you on the line? Did you vote for Trump?
Yes. Oh, wait. Who is this? I was on like a YouTube live.
Did you call in the number on the screen of the YouTube live?
Yes. Yes.
Okay. Caller, you're on the line. Did you vote for Trump?
Well, here's the thing. I'm 15. I just thought it'd be cool.
When I think back, I go,
Ooh, check this out, Erica. Robert says, why does Dems?
Perfect English.
Why
Fantastic
does
grammar.
Dems? What? Oh, this gets worse. Why does Dems don't want voter ID? I truly
Jesus fucking Christ.
like it. No, hold on. I need a receipt of this. Guys, I'm starting to
going?
take like screenshots of some of the most illiterate comments.
Going. Y'all got 10 minutes to get to. Y'all have done awesomely. We're at 769. Not 7. I can't count. I can't read numbers just like that man can't type. Jesus Christ.
Hello.
Hi, Spade. Are you a Trump supporter?
Yeah.
You are. Do you regret your vote?
No, absolutely not.
How old are you?
Why not? Oh yeah. How old are you?
Huh?
How old are you?
I'm 18.
Date of birth.
Oh, 08.
What?
The hum to give them more time to think about their answers. That was the second time. Get out of here. This is what they said.
You can hear.
YouTube, you already saw it. I put it up for TikTokers. This was his comment. So, Robert, if you call the number on screen, if you even can read it, I guess, 737-295-5321, I will tell you exactly why I don't want voter ID through the SAVE Act. Okay? Alrighty.
What that say?
Oh, you didn't see it? Hold on. Let me put it back. Anyway, before Erica starts singing again, I know we didn't beat all the Trump supporters because I see y'all crying in the comments. Call them the number on the screen. Let's have a chat.
Why does Dems don't want voter ID? I truly like an answer. I swear to God. We have a literacy problem in the United States of America.
Imagine calling us the Democrats.
Exactly. I don't talk about God's children. I don't. I'm going to be quiet. I'm shushing. Robert, feel free to call in, friend. You can call in. Don't be scared. Oh, it's this way. This is so neat. I am having so much fun with these Lego flower things. It's like joy. Hector's reading something.
Oh, I'm reading mess. You know what, Bess.
Oh, guys, if you know Dan Malik, Mr. Awesomeness himself, today is his birthday. So if you're in Dan's Discord or you know Dan, by all means, make sure you tell him happy birthday. Go tell my bestie happy birthday.
Guys, it's a big
Hi,
day.
Dan.
It's a big day for literally one of my top, top 3 creators. Top 3 creators on this platform. Top 3 freaking creators on this platform. And one of them is going to be Dan Malik. Dan Malik's birthday is today. So if you're not in his Discord, shoot him a message on TikTok. Put a comment under his video. Happy birthday. Just go spam him.
Yeah.
Go spam him. It's one of my favorite people, bro. And I never
Dan's
thought anything
like-
good can come out of Florida.
Dan is seriously like one of 2 white people that I was saying like a black version of happy birthday to. When I think about, like, for Matt, I was saying the Stevie Wonder one to Matt, right? And to Dan, I would do the one like, I want to say happy birthday to you. Like, I was saying that one to Dan. Yeah.
That part.
Not too many white folks get that.
That's a crazy compliment. I feel like Dan was here right now. He'd be speechless.
Matter of fact, I'm going to call him after this and tell him that.
Get
I already told him happy birthday.
Getting the Black Happy Birthday song, that's an honor, bro. That's an honor, bro. We don't give that out to anybody. We don't just pass that out to anybody.
He knows he still can't come to the cookout. I'll get him a plate. All right, but like I was saying that to Dan. Dan cool as shit, y'all. Y'all don't. Man, I have met some really awesome people on this darn going app. I'll just say that. Some really awesome people.
Guess what y'all
Genuine
just did?
People.
In half the time I asked for, we just hit 800,000 likes. Clap for yourselves. Take a break.
Whoop, whoop.
Take a break. Clap for yourselves. Just for that, we have a few more minutes. We have a few more minutes just for that. I will continue to stay so long as you guys continue to keep that tapping energy and see if we can get 1 million before we go. Trump supporters, this call is for you. Request up in the box. Request up in the box or call in the number on screen. The purpose of this live is to speak to Trump supporters who regret their votes. I created this space to give them a place to share their positions on the Trump administration and the ways that they were betrayed by it with minimal judgment. And there are a growing number of Trump supporters who very much share those sentiments. Make no mistake. We've seen the decrease in many polling, specifically Republican polling. We've definitely seen the increase in broader polling with even the independent vote. The people who do not align themselves with the Republican Party in affiliation, but are conservative leaning in general. We've seen that with even some of the Democrats. The Democrats who come up in this panel and say, I voted for Obama twice. And now they go, well, shit, Obama was the better president. This is the purpose of this live, and it's to speak to those people. And if you are a Trump supporter who does not regret their vote, I don't know what else to tell you. I'm not going to sit here and placate you. I'm not going to tell you that I'm not going to hurt your feelings. I'm not going to tell you that I'm not going to interrupt you when you guys say things that you can't substantiate, because that would be a lie. I'm going to tell you, I'm going to give you various reasons as to why you should regret your vote. Reasons that are consistent with your ideology. Biggest one being, and I know you guys are so tired of me saying this, but I'm going to say it again. I find it hysterical that Donald J. Trump ran off of Draining the Swamp and created one. Thank you, Mama Girl, for the hand heart. And created one in D.C. I find it crazy that you hired a company, you did a no-bid contract specifically with a company, named Green Water Solutions, LLC, to go make your pool American flag blue, or whatever the fuck it was named. Something American something blue. I think that's the funniest shit ever. I find it crazy that the Supreme Court of the United States affirmed the fact that Donald Trump raped E. Jean Carroll by not even hearing his appeal to not pay financial restitution to her for his crimes. Those of you who did not know that piece of information, which I think you should at this point, it wasn't, you remember everyone kept saying, they're going to appeal it. First off, the Supreme Court can't appeal that. That's all. What they could have done is, help me out, Erica. What they could have done is specifically, what's the word I'm looking for? It's not mistrial, but essentially, if there was enough,
They would have just found that he didn't have to pay it, so it would have basically been like an overturning of it. That's all. So that's it. But the Supreme Court doesn't necessarily they don't hear new evidence is what it is. So they would have been able to say, you know what, deem the judgment as a, like, overturn it.
All right. So that's it.
Yeah.
That's all. That's all they could have done. But they wouldn't have heard any new evidence. The argument that the Trump supporters were making was that new evidence was going to be heard, and that's not what the Supreme Court does.
Precisely. Supreme Court didn't even hear it. There was no dismissing or anything like that. They said, we're not even dealing with it. They affirmed he did it. They affirmed he owes her $5 million. They're going to try again with the $88 million specifically. That's still pending. That can come later on in the year. But it doesn't change the fact that SCOTUS is not touching the fact that he raped her.
Also, just so we can be very clear, because we know what the judge said, Judge Kaufman, I believe was his name, if I got the name right. But we have to be very clear because we don't want to end up like George Stephanopoulos. All right. It was sexual abuse because, remember, she couldn't tell his member from his digit.
Legally, civilly liable of sexual abuse.
Yes.
In these streets, I don't care if it's your finger. I don't care if it's your peen. I don't care if it's a cucumber. You did that shit. It is what it is.
Yes. I agree with you, Hector. I told 6,000%, as you would say.
Oh my God.
You know, that's one thing I'll never take from you is 6,000%.
I don't think it doesn't work when other people say it.
It doesn't.
I've heard
When
a
I
few
say
people
it,
try.
6,000%. What? It doesn't work for me.
Can you say it again?
6,000%.
Oh God.
What? Right? Doesn't work for me. So.
Yo, she wasn't trying. She wasn't even trying, bro. She wasn't even trying. That was wrong. That sounded like a guy named Ed.
A guy named Ed? Who's
That's
Ed?
what that sounded like. I don't even know.
I was going for Dexter. I like Dexter.
Not
My
Dexter.
laboratory.
Oh shit.
My laboratory. Okay, there we go.
Almost at 850,000 likes. WCR.
You guys are awesome. Keep tapping the screen, guys. Hey, Hector, you want to answer some trivia questions while you wait for Trump supporters since they are cats?
Sure.
Okay, IBRB. I'm going to get the cards.
I have something I wanted to play for you guys, actually. Let me find it. I think we already went over this before, but I want to remind everyone of this because I think it is so important. Like, this is a piece of information that I truly want you guys to start throwing in Trump supporters' face. Two pieces of information. Number one, Greg Abbott, Hot Wheels, the Republican governor of Texas, who's running for re-election come November against Gina Hinojosa, is now calling for and supported regulatory frameworks around AI data centers in the state. Greg Abbott himself understands the detriment of how we've ramped up that production. Secondly, remember when Kamala Harris said price gouging was prominent and that she was going to pass a federal price gouging ban? To be clear, to all the people who criticize price gouging laws are already on the books in several states. States already have price gouging laws, so that automatically debunks the price control nonsense. I don't know why that's not showing up. Let me see if I can fix that. In fact, I'm curious, because I actually don't know the answer to this question. Let me see how many states have price gouging laws on the book. Give me a second. I'm going to look this up. Video currently available. Fucker, they deleted it. I'll find another one. So, how many states have price gouging laws? 39! The majority of the United States has price gouging laws on the books. You guys want to take a wild guess as to which states don't necessarily have the most prosecutions? Take a wild guess, guys. Tell me which states do you think doesn't prosecute as much for price gouging?
God bless you. No.
Thank you, Ian. I appreciate you.
I'm going opposite. Go with red states, so like Alabama.
So now imagine if these states had furthered, I guess, power and strength overall to enforce these laws, with it being on the federal level and having the assistance of, say, the Attorney General of the United States in said prosecutions. Imagine if people who, upon looking at that presentation of a policy on the campaign trail, actually decided to look into it or accept it or listen to people more intelligent than them on the topic, versus saying she wants to invite communism by controlling the prices. She wants to stop profit. That was the big thing. She wants to stop profit. Corporation would not be able to make any money if we prosecuted the hell out of them for gouging.
Mm-hmm.
It's insane. It's insane. Specifically, my issue with some of this regulations, actually, because here in Texas, we already have the Deceptive Trade Practices Consumer Protection Act. That's in regards to declared emergencies. So that is when, like, the governor declares an emergency. That's the only way we can go after a corporation for unjustly bringing up their price, specifically during said emergency, which mostly relates to weather. We can have all sorts of things take place outside of a declared emergency by the governor to where a corporation can bring up the prices for shits and giggles. That's my issue with the limitations of the law here in Texas. And now let me see if I can find this video. It was AP News, and I had a TikTok clip of it, and then the video got taken down, so I'm just going to go straight to YouTube. I'm going to find it. Egg price gouging.
God bless you.
AP News. Thank you guys for the gummy bears. I appreciate you. Found it. And now let me put it over here on the tube side and put this up on the screen. Okay. So let me share this. I believe this is the exact one. I think. Hold on.
God bless you.
Thank you, TRP. I called you Trip earlier.
I'm sorry.
Thank you, TRP. I appreciate you. All right, here it is.
I have between 1,000 and 2,000 people a day that come to my store, and they're looking for eggs. So we only get between 5 and 10%.
Wait, no, this isn't it. This isn't it. God damn it, I thought this was it. Another story. Head of Easter. Got it.
The Justice Department and several states have reached a settlement with major companies that produce eggs. Prosecutors accused the egg producers of artificially bidding up egg prices, which have soared in recent years. The companies did not admit to wrongdoing. They'll pay more than $3 million to settle the complaint, and they'll donate more than 50 million eggs to food banks and other nonprofits across the country. I'm Corva Coleman, NPR News. For more of today's news, check out NPR News Now, wherever you get your podcasts.
The settlement was for $3-point-something million, and they were going to donate, I think it was another, was it 3 million or 30-something million eggs? Let me see. 30 million eggs donated settlement. I believe, correction, 53 million eggs. That is going to be a part of their settlement. I don't know why the hell we allowed them to have a settlement, but whatever. So my $8 a dozen eggs was all for corporate grifting. Yeah, it was a couple companies that worked together to artificially inflate the prices. Meanwhile, let's be honest, last year, inflation was going down for a bit until it was stalled because of the Trump administration, carrying on from the Biden administration. Some of the grocery costs were slightly going down in several key areas, so on and so forth. And they still kept the egg prices high, and they hid under the guise of the bird flu that we were able to tackle successfully before even June of last year. That's what they do. That's what they do. Anyway, we may have a Trump supporter here, and we're almost at 900K, guys. Keep doing all the good things. All the good things. I want to do the Millie dance. I want to do the Millie dance. Those of you on the YouTube side, hit the like button on the stream. Let's get the likes up to 200 over there. Doom, did you vote for Trump?
Sorry, I accidentally requested while I was typing. My bad.
Can you tell the people to tap the goddamn screen?
Tap the goddamn screen.
Good job. I like you. You cool.
Yeah, and also like seeing, shout out to you, Doom, and also seeing Hector dance is really funny.
I don't like how you said that.
What?
What you mean funny? What's funny about it?
Like, haha, funny. It's funny. It's funny as hell.
Felt slighted, y'all. I felt slighted.
It's funny. Did I put this on the
Let me
right
put
side?
these up here. Thank you guys for knocking out the gummy bears. I'll do dolphins. Fuck it. We'll do the dolphins. We'll do the dolphins. Have you guys ever seen a baby red panda? I saw a baby red panda for the first time today. Not the first time, second time, but it hit me. Because, you know, the vibrant colors and, you know, coating that we're so used to, they don't look nothing like that as a baby. They don't look nothing like that as a baby. I want to show y'all.
I want to see.
We joshing around. Trump supporters don't have no balls. Just keep tapping the screen. I want to show you guys baby red panda, bro. It's the cutest shit. It's the cutest shit. YouTube, you won't be able to see it. I'm just going to copy the link into the chat over there. There you go. Oh, shit. The link's too long. Holy hyperlink, Batman. Well, I tried.
Holy hyperlink. Oh,
Gosh damn it. Why is it so long? God damn it. Okay, fuck it. If you're over on the YouTube side and you're in the Discord, I'm going to put in the live chat of the Discord because it's not going to allow me to put it here. It's too damn long for some reason. I'm going to put in the live chat of the Discord. There you go. Did I just completely take away my source? I sure did. Hold, please. Chrome New Temp, Chrome Knoxville. Okay, got it. Thankfully, I have not gotten one of those stupid little reproduce content flags in a minute. That shit was getting annoying. I legitimately had concerns about our Fun and Fact show with that. I was like annoyed.
I said I'm taking chances because you weren't gonna stop me. I don't know what the hell that was about.
Look at that!
Oh, that's adorable.
That is a baby red panda.
Oh snap! You guys are at 900K. Keep tapping, guys.
W900K.
Hello. I'm here for a short time, not a long time. Erica, when you open up your Lego bags, can you please mute?
I opened up the Lego bags off of mute. I'm sorry, y'all. My bad.
For the love of everything, I love you though, but please.
It's my biggest haters on the panel.
Never.
It was Ashley, but
never.
Look who it
never.
is. Well.
I'm your biggest supporter, okay?
Are you? Are you though?
There are rumors about us going around. That's how big of a supporter I am, okay?
That's
wild. There are rumors. What rumors?
I completely made that up.
You can't say rumors around me. I got trauma. You can't say that word around me. I got trauma. Okay? I gotta know what you're talking about.
I was kidding. Red pandas are adorable, by the way. Everyone should go support Red Panda Funds. Save the red pandas. Save them.
Yes, you should.
Please. And if you have the opportunity to meet a red panda, you should definitely go and support that zoo as well.
Do that.
Okay. Everybody good?
I don't think we have red pandas in Arizona. I don't know. I never looked. I should find out.
Fucking boo.
That'd be cool.
Well, it just depends on what type of red panda because there are two types. You have the winter panda. That's a panda. And then you have the ones that can tolerate the heat.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. I can check it out. They had a red panda exhibit here like earlier this year. And I think it was like in February or something. I can't remember. But I would go if they do it again. I can't tell if that's one. Okay. I'm sorry. I'm putting together Lego flowers.
I need to put together my Fast and Furious Lego car.
I saw that in the store yesterday. It was pretty cool.
Which one? I have the pink one from Too Fast, Too Furious.
It was blue.
No, that's that's Paul Walker's car.
Oh, okay. But yeah, it was blue. And I was like, oh, that's neat. Bubba, for my dad, his GP, he got him the Back to the Future car that he's going to put together for him.
Ooh, very
and
nice.
He also, he
Gigawatts. 1
God bless
billion
you.
gigawatts.
Thank you, Ian.
So
I
very,
appreciate
very
you.
close. And then he has the mini orchid that he is gonna have to put that he's putting together for me. And if he doesn't put those together, then he doesn't get any more other big Lego sets because
That's
we're not
awesome.
gonna have boxes of Legos just all around the house not put together.
I mean, that sounds like a foot trap or a death trap to your toes.
It does.
You do.
Hi, Lorena.
Yes, Lorena, did you vote for Trump?
Oh, was that a mistake?
I'm gonna take
Yes,
that
it
as
was a mistake. I'm sorry.
all good.
Sorry
Have a
about that.
good night.
You're good.
Call from
Tyler.
Tyler, you're on the line. Did you vote for Trump?
Yeah, I voted for Trump.
Cool beans. Do you
I'm
regret your
out.
vote?
I do regret my vote, but at the time I was going through things. So while there were regrets, I did vote for Donald Trump. Because, I voted for Donald Trump. That's all I could say, and I do regret my vote.
Cool. Before I ask you why, W's in the chat to Wesley for the $5 super chat. It says so much that she couldn't tell if it was a finger or his tiny mushroom. What it says, Trump has a finger size. What it says is Trump has a finger size thingy. SDE? SDE?
Small dick energy.
You're
welcome.
Oh, I wouldn't know what that means. I can't relate.
What?
Back to you, caller. So, what made you
Okay.
regret your vote for Trump?
I'm light skinned. Let's start there. I have a black father, and I had a black father, rest in peace, but he also a bad influence. My mother, I was going through some things. I got put out the house as a teen, and I've gone through things, I've seen things, and it seems like nobody accepted me. The blacks didn't accept me. White people were embarrassed around me. And I was out in the street as a teen, and, I just went through a while of just enjoying when people, go through hardships. Somebody like Donald Trump just reminded me of the revenge that I would have sought, because nobody took me in when I needed them the most. And, I like when, people just get told to their face sometimes, things that they don't even deserve. I just got enjoyment out of it. At the time, I was going through it, and again, I regret it. I got therapy.
God bless you.
I seek it myself. I seek the change, but understand there are people like me who feel unaccepted. Not just the light-skinned portion, because if I saw you in the street some years ago, I would just hate you because you're black. But if you're successful and white, or if you've got purple hair and you're white, or if you're a conservative and you're white, or if you're a liberal and you're white, I'm sorry. I've already spent way too much time. I'm sorry. Again, I'm Taylor. I thank you for listening. There are people like me out there in the world, and I'm sorry for my vote. It was one of the many things I regretted from years ago.
I have a question for you, Taylor. What do you plan to do in the future since we have the midterms coming up? Are you in support of candidates who have the backing of Donald Trump?
Understand, I have a record. As I said, I've been getting in trouble since a teen, and it's a long list. And sometimes I may feel as though I don't even want to be out there when people are voting. It's too many people, and maybe it's social anxiety because of last time I was close with some folks. Bad things. I recant that. I didn't say that. I don't know what I will be doing. I keep my ears open, but I pay more attention to people who have been, politically motivated through hate, and I feel like I almost went down a path like that. And so, but I do argue it could be the same for any candidate. It could be the same for someone running for president, someone local. You may have, let's say, hateful reasons to support someone.
So
I think they call it anarchy, but in my case, it would have just been anarchy, recklessness, just being bad for no reason, a rebel without a cause, and I thought my cause was because I hated everyone.
Thank you guys for the follows. So let me get this straight. First off, there's a great point, chat. You could always vote by mail, or at least for now. Secondly,
We'll have to wrap it up. Let's give it like 2 more minutes, and then I do have to leave.
Okay, you didn't vote on behalf of policy at all. You just voted for Trump because you liked how he pissed off and attacked people. Is that what I'm gathering?
I mean, okay, so again, I've been through things. So my father, way before he passed away,
We
he
know
had
hurt
it
people
way
hurt
before
people.
he kicked me out. But he was an Obama supporter. I'm sorry, you said something.
Hold for a moment.
Call from
Jeff.
Jeff, you're on the line. Did you vote for Trump?
Yes, I did.
Okay, hold for 1 moment, Jeff. Sorry, caller. Go ahead. All she said was hurt people hurt people.
I would agree.
Mm-hmm.
You gotta pardon me. I was wiping. Something about this conversation brought me to a place, and forgive me. Being emotional on the phone.
You're all right.
Your question was why? Ask the question again, please. I'm sorry.
My question was, you didn't necessarily vote for Trump off of any policy. You just voted for him because he was pissing off people, basically, or attacking people. That's more so the reason.
The first, I wasn't old enough when he first ran, but I
talking about 2024.
I just liked how he was. I did enjoy how he was talking about Hillary, because for a while I hated women. I don't know why, but it maybe things I watched on the internet about that time. So I was racist and I was sexist. I just didn't like women, and for some dumb reason, no, I'm not going to have a female president. What if they're on their monthly? Some stupid stuff like that. And yeah. The fact that people are so controversial about Donald Trump, people are getting beat up for MAGA hats. I bought a red hat and I stitched it, and it said, "Nope, just a red hat," because I wanted somebody to try me. You see how dark it was? I wanted somebody to try to fight me on a bus or in the street. Please, down your window, say something to me, please. You
So
see where
you
I was
did-
at? I was lost. Go ahead.
So you said you did get therapy?
Yeah.
Okay, that's good.
I'm doing
You don't?
better
Do you
day
still
by
feel
day,
that you're
taking
doing
the
better?
right
Oh, that's
things.
good to hear. That's good to hear. That's fantastic, actually.
I-
It's very good to hear.
And I'm sorry I took up your time with this, but thank you for listening. It feels good to get it off, but I forget you've got like 100, 200 listeners, and now I kind of feel like a fool out here crying over the airwaves to people. I do have to go. I got work to do, but thank you for listening. Good night.
Okay, caller, did you vote for Trump? You said you voted for Trump. Okay, fantastic. Do you
sorry.
still support Donald Trump? What's
I
happening?
put him on hold real quick. Sorry,
I'm so
he
lost.
couldn't hear you.
We gotta go.
All right, caller, you're on the line. You voted for Trump, correct?
Yes.
And do you regret your vote?
No.
Got you.
Absolutely not.
Absolutely not. Why is that?
I think the media gives him a bad limelight on everything. The mainstream media is bought and paid for.
God bless you.
That's pretty much the negative connotations that they want to portray to the public.
Are you more
He can't
concerned
be
with the
bought.
negativity of his portrayals or the validity in the statements made by the media?
I think it's more of the validity of he hasn't. I'm not saying he's perfect at all. No president is perfect.
God bless you.
And I was a previous Democrat. I made the transition right after the 2016 election. I did not vote for Hillary. I actually voted for Obama previously.
Yeah, respectfully,
And
who you voted for before Donald Trump is irrelevant. I more so want to see if you care more about the truth in what the media is reporting or the negative light that they're persistently portraying him in.
it's all negativity.
Okay,
It's
that would
all
be
negativity.
reflective of the
Look-
candidate,
look-
not
Look
so
at
much the
look
media.
at the coverage. It's like 90-10. They're constantly being negative on Donald Trump every time you turn around.
more
so I think
reflective
that
of the
sways
candidate.
people's minds, especially independents' people's minds, into voting for Democrats.
Again, that's more reflective of the candidate, not the media. Not to mention, that depends on the media that you're watching. Because we know there's a lot of media outlets who will literally spin his negative aspects into a positive. So there's
Okay,
that.
so if we're talking about ABC, CNN, MSNBC, CBS, you tell me that if you turn on that they're going to talk positive on Trump at all?
No.
Exactly. So about 90%
Again,
of the time,
I don't care
they
about them
reflect him in a
speaking
negative
positively
connotation.
on him. I care about the truth and the negative that they're displaying. The
Sure.
truth
So
and the
what
negative
truth-
of his unconstitutional tariffs, broad blanketed tariffs that led to an increase in goods for consumers and small businesses. I care about the
Okay,
truth
so
and the
are we
inflation
going to
rate.
shift the tariffs, which I respect?
We're not shifting. I'm
Again,
just getting specifically
I
into what the
respect
media
your
reports.
opinion on that. The thing is, we've been taken advantage by other countries for a long time. Was it the proper way that he did it? No, I agree with that. However, we're not going to continue to be bent over
Literally
by
just
other
what I was about to
countries
ask.
that are walking over us.
How has the United
and we're not
States been
doing
taken
anything
advantage of by
about
other
it.
countries? Specifically in regards
Right.
to tariffs.
Okay, and if the tariffs were so bad, why didn't Biden repeal them? When he was in office, he had the opportunity to repeal them, correct?
Sir, he reconfigured many of those tariffs. Not to mention, we're talking about his second term where he ran off of a different tariff platform than he did on his first.
Okay, so okay, that's fine. I got a question for you then. Do you think tariffs are necessary?
Can you answer mine?
Sure, go ahead.
How have we been getting ripped off by other countries through tariffs?
Uh-huh. Because we haven't reciprocated the tariffs. We've been paying tariffs for so long that there's been absolutely no reciprocation on those.
Why would we need to when we are predominantly a consumer nation and would need more from other places than they need from us?
So we're not going to level the playing field? We're going to let somebody take advantage of our situation?
It's not leveling
Just because
the
we're a
playing
powerhouse?
field. It's equitable.
How is it equitable?
Simple. If we need more
How
from
is it
another
simple?
country than another country needs from us, their 10% tariff they may have on that good isn't justification for us to put a 15, 20% tariff on theirs when there's a reason for that quote unquote imbalance.
Okay, so it's giving an incentive for us to build here domestically, right?
No, not based off investments we saw last year into the United States due to his tariffs, which was he touts around a record 18, 19 trillion dollars now, when actual investments only show about 250 million, or it may be million or billion, one of them.
Okay, so you don't think reciprocating tariffs is a feasible solution at all?
Not to the
If you
degree
just did
that he
tit for
did.
tat. So if they're charging us 10%, we charge them 10%, right?
Hey, you can charge a reciprocal tariff. Okay, that's perfectly fine to do a reciprocal tariff. But to do blanket tariffs is where the issue comes into play, because of the simple fact is that blanket tariffs have historically been proven to be inflationary. Have they not? Like, when was the last time we did blanket tariffs and what was the outcome?
Oh, inflation has gone crazy. I agree with that.
No. That wasn't my question, friend. I said,
Oh,
when was the
go
last
ahead.
time we did? When was the last time we did blanket tariffs? And what was the
We
outcome?
have never done blanket tariffs until
That's
now.
not true. That's not true.
Yeah.
We did blanket tariffs in 1930 with the Smoot-Hawley Tariff
God
Act.
bless you.
And prior to that, it was around the, I want to say, 1890s with McKinley.
Okay,
1880s
you're talking
with
about
McKinley,
past
but-
events. I'm talking about current events.
Thank you,
I
Zoe.
understand. I thought you were talking about something that happened recently.
I literally said historically and like the effects. So yeah, we can see that that doesn't change
So
anything
do you
actually,
realize?
whether or
No,
not it
I
happened.
understand what you're saying. So
I just want
let's
to be able
branch
to
off
finish
of
my
tariffs
own
for a
sentence
second.
before I get interrupted.
So
That's all I want
are
to be
you
able to
guys
do.
Thank you, Oreo.
aligning
Thank you,
towards
TRP. Thank you, Zoe.
socialism with your democratic type of
Be able
views?
to feel it. I'm not gonna be able to finish the sentence because he wants to just pivot and talk about something else. Okay, got it.
Are you guys aligning more towards socialism with your democratic
We're not pivoting.
ways?
We're not pivoting. Need to address the fact that your criticism was of the media's reporting on the Trump administration. When I want you to more so
Absolutely.
substantiate,
Go watch ABC.
I need you to
Sit down
substantiate
for
what
30
your
minutes and watch them.
specific,
Everything's
what your
about Trump.
specific criticism of their reporting is. What did they report on that you don't like?
Everything is negative. It's not what I'm specifically
CNN,
saying.
MSNBC, ABC, and all these other networks have quite literally never ran off of or put out a news article or outlet that said everything is negative. So I need you to tell me specifically, what are they saying about Trump that you don't like?
It's not what I don't like. It's a fact of what they're saying. So they'll say
You don't
that
like it. You don't like
inflation
it.
is
Don't do this.
crazy right now.
What is
Tariffs
inflation right
are
now?
out of hand.
What is inflation
you
right
can't
now?
afford housing.
That's all true.
The economy's
It's
not
true.
doing well.
All of those things
I mean,
are
these
true.
are just tidbits of what they say.
Those
Why
are
do you
all
wanna
true
be-
statements. Go ahead, Eric. I'm
Why
sorry.
do you? It's okay. I just want to know, why does he want to be, Captain
God
Save
bless you.
Trump? Like, what are we doing? Why do you want to be Captain Save a Trump? Do you think that you somehow voting for him and
Captain
supporting him is
Save-a-Trump.
gonna change somebody's mind or something? Because the media isn't reporting like something that's not happening. They're not making up things. These things are actually happening. All right, it is.
How did they report?
Housing is
Yeah.
unaffordable.
How did they
Inflation
report
is
on
up.
Biden? Did they
The
hide
exact
his?
same way.
No, I don't think so. You need to go back and look at all those. They
The
reported on
exact
him
same
fine
way.
The
until
exact
they,
same
until
way,
they realized
especially
that they
after
had to-
2023, extremely negative light, 2022 in regards to immigration, nor would how they reported on Biden be relevant to this conversation, because I don't give a fuck about how they reported on the person. I care about what they're saying. Everything you just said is true. So you're criticizing the media for putting out accurate statements on Donald Trump's impact on the economy, on the country, which is an insane thing to complain about. Do you just want us to get down on our knees and say, yes, Trump good? Or do you want us to tell the truth so the average American can make an educated decision on behalf of who they support and how they vote?
You don't have to agree with everything that he does. What I'm saying is you're not leveling the playing field. And the only reason why they turned their backs on Biden was because they knew that he was having Alzheimer's.
I don't give a shit what your positions on Biden's lack of Alzheimer's is. Your issue was how we're reporting on Donald Trump when every single thing that you mentioned is something that I can prove to you right now. Inflation at the end of Biden's term was 3.0. It is now 4.2%. The main driving factors to that inflation being his tariffs when they were broadly implemented, and then the war in Iran is currently outpacing wage growth, which means your dollar, real wages, your dollar has less bang for its buck since Donald Trump took over the Oval Office than it did under the Biden administration, near the end of the Biden administration, excuse me. Tariffs were a bad idea? Yes. It got to the point to where the International Trade Court and SCOTUS all ruled them to be unconstitutional through IEPA and the other methodology that he tried to pass it. We, as consumers, pay the majority of the costs, and then corporations are getting a payback for what they put into those goods. I don't even know what the other things you mentioned are. Every single one of them were true. So how can you complain about someone telling you about your uncle who's out here crashing cars, doing dope, beating women, and you more mad about the fact that your cousin's telling you that than the fact that it's true? Doesn't make any sense.
I don't know what you're trying to allude to on that. I've already talked about tariffs. What I'm trying to tell you right now is a simple fact that if you look at the way that the Democrats have handled things, everybody's fleeing blue states and moving to our red states. Everybody.
Name me one. Name me one red city. Name me one red city.
New York, and tell
name me one red
it is
city in mass
Please
that
tell me how wonderful it's going to be. 'Cause it's
citizens
not.
are moving to.
There's no such thing as a conservative Democrat
Name one.
anymore.
Name one.
I'm a conservative
Name
by
one.
nature.
Name one.
I don't have to.
Hey, Captain fucking Yap, shut the fuck up and answer the goddamn question. Can you shut up and answer the fucking question, Captain Yap? Holy shit. You said people are leaving blue cities in droves and moving to red states.
Fleeing by mass.
Yeah. Name me a red county, you fucktwad. Name me a red county that blue state recipients, street state citizens are moving to in droves.
Look it up.
I said, name me a city, dumbass. Let me tell you why what you just said is so fucking stupid.
Is there any red states?
I'm in a red state that has seen an increase. I'm in a red state that's seen an increase in the population since 2022 specifically. You know where they're moving to? Here in Texas, my red run like a bitch. That's what I thought. That's what I fucking thought.
Why are you running? Why are you running?
That's what I fucking thought.
He didn't actually talk about terrorists, by
He
the
didn't.
way. He didn't. He mentioned terrorists, but he didn't talk about terrorists. Like, these Trump supporters suck ass, man. They can't have an in-depth conversation about anything. Ugh. It's
Really?
always going to be talking points, and my feelings.
Poll. This is the problem. They look at the numbers of people moving and they go, see, they hate Democrats. Poll those people and ask them why they're moving. You know what the reason isn't? Democratic policies. It isn't the innovation, it isn't the infrastructure, it isn't the culture, none of that. It is because of the cost. That's it.
And the cost is up everywhere, even in your red state. So there's that part.
6,000%. W's in the chat to Wesley for the $5 super chat. Ask this caller what's wrong with mocking a rapist, pedo, predator. Why shouldn't we pick on him? That part. That
Why
part.
shouldn't we? It's like, do you think that, like, thank you for that, the butterfly mask thingy. Thank you. Do they think, like, them showing support for Donald Trump is somehow, some way going to convince other people to support Donald Trump? It makes no sense. I don't get it. Hey, no one is being unfair to Trump. That's not a friggin' thing. It's not happening. Good grief. That man just really sucks. He's really bad at his job.
The best they have is cities. They never want to talk. States, they never want to talk about cities.
Oh, exactly.
Ever.
That part. It's just like what you mentioned earlier. People moving to Houston, Dallas, and Austin, which are two of the, aren't all three of those blue cities?
That's correct. Every last one of them.
Yeah.
I believe San Antonio is too.
Oh, that's crazy. And then also another thing about all of this is that, did you see the damn fireworks? Did you see the fireworks?
No.
You didn't see the fireworks? You should watch the before, like when the fireworks started video, and then it transitions to when it was ending. Bruh, when I tell you, that was like the worst fireworks show ever. It literally was like all of these, whatever they call them, the launchers or whatever, like lined up, and they all were doing the exact same thing at the exact same time. So there was like no coordination, like there was like no actual show. It was just a bunch of booms going off. It wasn't like propeller 1 went off and then 5 and then 2, 3 and then 8 or nothing like that. It was like they went off at the same time, and by the end of it, it was just smoke. You couldn't even see the fireworks. Like $90 million.
That's a great point, Phil. I want to get back to your point in a second. That's a great point, Phil. Lower taxes in so many different areas, but we are ranked one of the highest, the states with the highest property taxes. Texas property taxes are fucking killer. Absolutely asinine. Crazy shit.
You had to mitigate the fact that they had to mitigate the loss in revenue because they don't have a state income tax. Well, no, not a state income tax, a state sales tax.
Yeah, income tax.
It's the income tax, right?
Yeah,
I thought so.
You got it.
Yep.
San Antonio is blue. Yeah, San Antonio is blue. So is Rio.
Awesome.
Grand. It's crazy. But to your point, yesterday, I'm not going to lie. I got up and I said, I'm going live. I didn't want to go look at the fireworks. I didn't want to go look at his speech or anything like that. The only thing I looked for during my live was the very first post that he made, which I put up here. And that was something about, have you ever seen a Democrat happy? Like, yay, what a great way to celebrate America's 250. Shitting on parties. Man's a joke.
I love Trump. Trump is awesome.
It's celebration time. But,
A million.
Tubers, you guys got to go. You guys got to go. because I want to play the song and I don't want to get flagged for it. I don't want to have to remove it later. But plus we're done. I'm not going to take any more guests anyway. So here's what I need you guys to do. Here's what I need you guys to do while you're here, YouTubers. Hit the like button on your way out. We're about to go raid someone on the YouTube side. Hit the like button on your way out. Please feel free to subscribe if you like the content. You want to come back to debate me later. By all means, hit that subscribe button. Turn on notification bells. And yeah. Thank you guys so much for being here. Thank you for your likes, your shares, your comments, your superscriptions, your super chats, your super stickers, and your memberships. It's greatly appreciated. And W's to me and W's to y'all for getting 5,000 subscribers. Took fucking long enough over there. None of my mutuals that I can raid are online, so go where you want to. But I do see Pickles has an upcoming live, so look out for Pickles. Pickles GG's. Go show him some love and support. But until then, go where you want to go. Big shout out to y'all. Thank y'all so much for supporting. Of course, links in the bios for the other ways you can support me, follow me, check out some merch off the shop, so on and so forth. And I'll catch y'all for tomorrow's stream.